We were somewhere around Barstow, on the edge of the desert, when the drugs began to take hold.
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Knize.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
Hey, Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's gonna be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your take's so hot!
Come on. It's so good. It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. Shit, what's going on? I got my chair. I got my headphone. My cans are on. I got the microphone. Holy shit, we're having a podcast. Whoa. What's going on, everybody? Today is Tuesday, October 26, 2021. I'm back at it with episode number 575 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend. 575.
Holy shit.
God damn.
I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, we have Mr. Jason Knize.
For the drugs.
Jose Guzman.
Surprised it took me this long to figure out that whiskey and coffee is pretty good.
Kelly Harris.
Nothing better than guys being dudes.
And our good buddy Mo. I don't know, man. And our good buddy Mahoney. What's up?
Nothing better than guys being dudes sounds like the tagline for wrestling.
I mean, yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
Friday
I
Night
feel like,
SmackDown, nothing better than guys being dudes.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about, but like the context. But I feel like guys being dudes led to some of humanity's worst atrocities.
Yeah,
I feel
I don't know.
wrestling.
No, I think Mahoney's on to something because I was referencing wrestling.
Well, there you go.
I was referencing the new faction in Gleet called Bulk Orchestra, which is just three buff dudes who are just like, yeah, we're going to be buff together. And now we have a flag, and the flag says Bulk Orchestra.
Just
See?
something.
Mahoney knows what's up.
well, I mean, also remember...
Mahoney, I'm going to get Will into wrestling. It's going to be great.
Don't you dare.
90s WCW, the tagline was where the big boys play.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
What
right.
a tagline. How do you seriously come to the table and be like, where the big boys play?
They were big
Yeah,
boys.
and then like I remember when Kevin Nash broke up in there, he's like, "That's where the big boys play, huh?"
Oh,
the
yeah.
adjective, play.
Do you guys remember when WCW had like a cat-themed mascot?
No.
No.
Oh,
That's before
yes.
my time.
I do. Yes.
I'm trying to remember his name. Hang
My
on.
WCW is strictly post NWO.
Willie the Wildcat.
That sounds made up.
That sounds like a what the fuck was the one Booker's name? Don something? Who
T?
had nothing to do with wrestling at all. He was just like a Turner executive.
Yeah, I think the T stood for Turner.
It did.
Jose, mute your fucking Xbox. Jesus Christ.
What happened?
How can we
He's like calling in an airstrike.
How
in the
can we
background.
hear the gunshots? That's so weird. It's because he does the dual headset thing, and he's got the mic right next to it. So we're hearing his Xbox headset through the microphone.
I don't know what any of you guys are talking about.
Yeah, on either side of the mic, I'm sure you don't know what anybody's talking about.
Oh my God.
I beg you guys, pay attention to one thing at once.
Please.
Yeah, we're
No
trying to
problem.
talk about Wildcat Willie here. Jesus, take it
All right,
seriously.
let's go. Let's
I'm
get
on
big,
Instagram.
Big Willie style.
He's got sunglasses. I just sent a picture. He's got his pants say Wildcat Willie, so you know who he is.
They sure do. Look at that.
Oh
Put that in
my.
the intro.
Look at that. Beautiful.
That's terrible.
Just king. Absolute king.
And who
Big
made
cat
this
play.
man? This cat man?
Who made this
Why
man?
are his arms so short?
I'm not sure who made the cat man.
I don't think his arms are short. I think his head is just oversized, so it makes everything
Yeah, his head
look
is
short.
enormous.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
It's
that's
the
told me arms
scat
look shorter
man?
in real life.
I mean,
He does
those
look a lot
arms are
like
short.
cat
I got
cats.
eyes.
Yeah.
Now, what WCW should have done, they should have got Heathcliff.
Hell yeah.
Bro.
Or that
bro.
cat
bro.
from the Paul Abdul video.
MC Scat Cat? Yeah, this does
yeah.
seem like a very MC Scat Cat era thing.
Oh, definitely.
With
Like when they
scat
put the
cats
cartoon
play.
cat in Last Action Hero has the cartoon cat detective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, that movie's good.
Mahoney, remember how all those ghosts or the zombies have what was it? Was it it was the ghost saying bro today, right?
The ghost saying bro and the zombies chewing on cum.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Sure. Oh, we got a lot to get into. Lots of stuff happening in the world.
It's like,
We
no.
got 2 weeks off.
No time for that.
No
Moving
time.
on. We got
Moving on.
We got a
from
lot of
this
shit to
conversation.
do.
We don't have time for Heathcliff today, guys.
shit going on.
Like, we will not be speaking about zombies chewing on cum.
Haven't had a show in
Another day.
weeks. I'm not starting out on this note. Fucking hard pass. Oh God. Let's see.
Lee, the other
What?
day, Heathcliff and his girlfriend were walking down the street, and they both had helmets that said "pie" on it.
Yeah, I think I saw that one.
Did you see the one when Heathcliff's dad was in jail?
No.
Well, that was on last Sunday.
Yep.
Heathcliff's dad broke out of jail so they could have a picnic together.
And then they
Garbage.
tossed over some garbage cans and sat on top of them and ate trash under the moonlight.
Yep.
Oh, and then there's the one with his potato helmet. That one was very relatable to you, Lee.
Yeah,
Right?
that one I got. Yeah, that one I felt pretty good about. That one was good. Oh shit. Oh hey, Mahoney, I think you can identify with this. My work is fucking crazy right now.
Oh,
work,
I hear
work
that.
work is real hard, and it sucks. But like I'm good at it, so it's a real problem because everybody knows that I'm good at it. So you know, I gotta help clean up the messes. It's like,
See, I've
fuck,
realized
alright,
that
cool.
letting people know how good you are at work is really the worst thing you could do.
Yeah, see, the problem is I like
He says I'm
praise.
fucking too good.
I'm good at it, and I can't.
And I'm good at being
can't
good
hide
at
my
it.
shine.
You
Can't hide
gotta,
my
you
shine.
gotta hide the shine. You gotta hide the shine.
But I shine so bright.
Yeah, and look what it got you.
Fuck. Yeah, that's true. But maybe. But everything else has been kind of wild. You know, been cool. You know, it's been a chill couple of weeks. Oh fuck! My daughter is 14 now, so she's
my
doing
God.
like real teen shit. Like going out with a bunch of teen friends.
Going to
and,
the
like,
mall.
I gotta drop her off places and pick her up now. And
Oh, so
had-
they're playing
had-
like the knockout game now?
I don't think they're that teeny quite yet.
Are they stealing toilets?
Her friends are a bunch of fucking dorks, which I'm really happy about. So
Yeah,
they're
that's
probably
good.
not doing a whole lot of toilet stealing.
Probably.
They go into the mall and tormenting the Suncoast video person.
Suncoast Video doesn't exist
Yeah, I think
anymore.
they're definitely doing that, Mahoney. I would,
Suncoast video.
I
Oh
would
man,
put that at like a 99% chance of that's what they're doing.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
harass
that's
them. I
totally
just
right.
wanted to look at the posters.
Yeah, that's fine.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Suncoast video.
I've told my Suncoast story on here, right?
Did
Probably.
you shit your pants?
This is episode 575.
The one where the man in the helmet showed me some porn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
right.
familiar.
Yeah, and he's
sounds
like, "This is the
right.
good stuff, kid," and I'm like, "No, thank you."
And you're like, I'm 5.
Pretty much.
Then you had to
Oh,
get a
God.
pair of underpants for some Yakuza guy.
Just saying, if Zoe's like, yeah, so we got to start going to Best Buy now because that's where the guy we're harassing has been moved to, then you know that she's in trouble.
Who is that taking this fucking ladder bump?
That is Io Shirai, and they do not deserve it.
Oh my god.
What was that? Jose just took out a whole squad.
Jesus.
That's gnarly.
It's rough.
That's gnarly.
I know I don't like wrestling because you're all like, oh wow, oh, and I'm like, okay.
The way the ladder
not
bends.
even the slightest enthusiasm. Like, all right, dude fell.
Lady.
Oh, well, it's a tiny little thumbnail on my screen.
Goddamn. Ridiculous. So yeah, been having
I'm
to
gonna
take
get
her
your son
places
so into wrestling.
Oh, he's gonna love it.
I'm gonna send you
All
to
the
space.
The colorful costumes and he'll fucking love it. He'll be all about it. What else is going on? Oh, I started working out and I fucking hate it. It sucks. Don't recommend it.
Nice,
But,
nice.
Trying to make some positive changes. Actually do the work this time. It's a real pain in the dick and I don't appreciate it at all. Whole body hurts. But
Benching them potatoes.
gains, dog.
Just
The
fucking
gains
Lee
going.
sacks of potatoes in a fucking Rocky and Russia montage.
It's like the first episode of the first scene in Commando, but it's just a giant sack of taters. Just running over the horizon. You guys see that new Halloween's?
No.
Did not
No.
see the new Halloweens.
Nobody's seen the new Halloween.
I haven't seen
What
the
do
last
I
one.
need Peacock or something to watch that? Like,
mean,
I'm
yeah,
not
it's on the
watching-
fucking
I'm not-
peak.
Is the last one on Peacock?
Of course not. That would.
It's
That-
free on Peacock?
That would.
Yeah,
That
the
would
new
make
one
too much
is free
sense.
on Peacock.
They got both of them?
No.
Nope.
No, you only get one, but you get to pick which one.
Yeah.
Right.
real Sophie's choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
no, they don't have the first Halloween. As Kristen pointed out, despite being able to choose the Chucky from the new Chucky show as like your avatar or whatever the fuck, they don't have that show on there either.
Oh my god.
Oh, you know where Chucky was though? He was hosting NXT nightly.
No
God
way.
damn it.
He was.
That's
So
ridiculous.
Stupid. It's so stupid. You know what? NXT deserves to be on Peacock, the worst streaming service.
But
They
We're
let
done
him
okay.
choose a match stipulation, and he chose a trick or street fight.
To be fair though, this isn't the first time Chucky has appeared on wrestling programming.
That's true.
No, it's sure not. No, he's canon now. Dude,
He did fight
Chucky's
RoboCop in
canon.
WCW.
RoboCop's canon.
RoboCop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, RoboCop and Sting had a fucking
Yeah.
tag team match.
your
Yeah,
dad
RoboCop
probably
came
edited that
in-
clip into your version of
Yeah, I think
RoboCop.
I saw that, but it was only Sting.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like the wrestler Sting, it was the police Sting.
Yeah. it was
Yes, obviously.
Sting
Obviously, yeah.
singing just his part of that
Roxanne.
P. Diddy performance.
Oh, God.
Stupid.
What else? Oh, shit.
Oh, Lee, I saw you were playing Goat Simulator the other day.
I did play that for a minute.
No, he was just hanging out with his friend. Go.
Now, I was actually playing with my son because he has this thing now where he's like, "Hey, let's hang out." I'm like, "Cool. What do you want to do?" He goes, "Oh, I don't have any ideas." And I'm like, "Okay. How about this? No. How about this? No. You want to play a game? Yeah, we want to play. I don't know. I don't have any ideas." And so I just found myself going through the library of shit that I've, either bought or gotten for free on PlayStation. And he's like, "What's Goat Simulator?" I go, "I don't know. I guess we're gonna do that."
You should have told him it's where you play Uncle Goat.
You have to go grocery
I-
shopping and replace your truck with a different truck.
Every 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. It's real fucking weird and boring as hell. I did not care for it one bit.
Oh, you didn't like
Fucking-
just ragdolling yourself as a goat through the streets and mowing people down and then going in the forest and finding a bigger goat to fight?
apparently that's the whole game. Because I feel like we got like 5 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's not forget the goat from Goat Simulator is the champion of actual fantasy esports.
Yep.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Put respect on that name.
After about 30 minutes, I was like, yeah, I think I'm done with this forever. And he's like, why? It's so fun. I go, no, fuck this. This is horrible. I don't care for it at all. Ridiculous. But about to start that the new Dark Pictures game. I think it's called Hall of Ashes. I'm so fucking into that. I can't wait. Other than that, been playing lots of Fortnite, trying to get leveled up to that 100, real close, and then I can chill the fuck out.
Oh man, so me and Mary haven't really been questing. We've just been jumping on whenever to kill kids, and we're like I'm at like 67, 69 right now, and she's probably 10 levels below me. And man, the past couple days we've been playing with, because we took a week off, so the past few days we've been playing with nothing but scrubs. And then we get on with the Mahonies tonight, who are both over 100, and it was a different class of players altogether.
Yeah, I think we're like 96, 97, so we're really close.
Nice. That's really like a match.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I think they got the new quest up for the Cube Queen or whatever the fuck, so I'll probably knock that out.
Yeah, I feel like I don't play a match without leveling up at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the very least.
Just for doing random shit, you know?
The other day was the weekly, so I had a new set of daily quests, weekly quests, and they added 2 punch cards. And when I came back to the lobby after my like 1 round of playing, I had 50 battle stars.
Jesus Christ. Fucking love it. Fucking love it. The only other thing we're talking about, because I'm looking at him as he looms over me at my desk, is finally the fucking NECA gargoyles are coming out. The Goliath came out. You guys,
he's so cool.
That's a sexy fucking figure.
We got those in at work, and they look really nice.
Oh, it's so good.
And then they announced was it Bronx, the dog?
Yes.
It comes with the other set of wings.
Comes with the wings that cloak over his shoulders.
Yeah.
And then
it's a really good way to do it, because they showed what? They showed Demona, Thalog, Bronx, and now Hudson just a couple days ago. And they all look great.
Yep.
But
Hudson Hawk?
Yeah, Hudson Hawk.
Yeah, Bruce
Hudson
Willis.
Hawk. From Gargoyle, Hudson Hawk.
Fuck yeah.
And they even said when they were talking about Bronx that, like, yeah, that's the plan. Like, for, Bronx and Lexington and, the smaller characters or the human characters, have them come with, like, other shit to accent the bigger ones to kind of spread out the cost. And I'm like, wow, that's NECA doing a smart thing. I don't really know.
Right, like, how thoughtful.
I don't know how to process that. like typically, that's really not their move. So I didn't know what to do with that information. I was very surprised.
Those wings on that Goliath certainly do fill some shelf space, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, it's enormous. Like, they've got to be, 16, 18 inches wide at least? Like, they're enormous.
I didn't even bother putting them on, because I immediately took it out, handed it to Will, looked at those wings, and was like, nope. Not even going to put these on there.
Just going to snap them off.
Yep.
I mounted one of those NECA dynamic bases to the wall, and so I've got him flying or gliding. It's so fucking cool, you guys.
That's cool.
Would recommend.
What I want is the robots. The robot gargoyles.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be a good...
Give me one of those. I'm all about it.
Well, if one thing's for sure, when NECA gets a license, they sure do bleed that fucker dry, so... Just wait.
Yeah, just be patient.
I'm waiting for the...
Stumbled across a whole bunch of Casey Joneses the other day, like, with little to no fanfare. I didn't know they were out in the world.
Hell yeah.
Found a whole bunch of Casey Joneses. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, didn't you tell that story on the last podcast where Jax was telling you that you were going to make Nicole go poor?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Or maybe that was in our private message.
It might have been. But I came home the other day. I came home the other day, and he's like, "What you get now?" And I go, "Fucking nothing. Why are you busting my balls?" Mind your business, child.
He knows.
Mind your fucking business. Butthole. Kid's ridiculous.
Just trying to save his mom some money, man.
What an asshole.
That's one of those fun times too, where you're just like, I know he didn't learn to say these things alone. Just staring at Nicole.
He's fucking ridiculous. The kid is something else. What you got going on, Knize?
Well,
what the fuck you been? What y'all been doing?
We just got back from a week-long trip to Las Vegas, which I also call Lost Wages.
Vegas, baby.
We were there for MJ BizCon, which, if you've listened to the podcast recently, we lovingly call WeedCon. None of us actually called it WeedCon to any of the staff while we were on site, so that's good. I appreciate that.
How hard was that?
Mary was very scared she was going to call it WeedCon to somebody, but
I just never said its name.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what you do.
I'm here. I don't need to talk about the show name.
So Vegas is wild. Like, we didn't get to see a lot of it because we were very, very busy. And man, everything is super expensive in like the Vegas proper area. Like, we didn't go into the McDonald's, but man, the fucking little like sports bar in the hotel for two of us, it almost came out to be $100. Every time we would take the team out to dinner, it would be $250.
Yeah, you sit down to eat, you're spending $100 at least.
Yeah, but it is what
Waters
it is.
for the table.
Yes, actually, we did get waters for the table at one point. We'll get to that at some point. And then the con, you know, it was our first time back in the game since COVID, and also our first time shooting a show essentially during COVID. You know, we had to wear masks the entire time. All the attendees were supposed to wear masks. You know, we weren't supposed to shoot people unless they were wearing masks or they were outside. So that was interesting to kind of deal with.
That is interesting, yeah.
I tell you what, I want to do a supercut of all the times that people, as we're interviewing them, they adjust their mask. Because we're going to have to cut all those, just like the uhs and the ahs, we're going to have to cut out all the mask adjustments.
Ugh.
But it is what it is. It just kind of sucked because either they were like hyperventilating because they were trying to get their answers out and they couldn't like breathe, so they're like sucking their mask back into them, or as they're talking, the mask is falling down, they're adjusting it. What are you gonna do, man? Like, this is it. And I personally have never worked a full day in a mask, and those things got soaking wet.
Oh, I bet.
Soaking wet. In fact, I brought my podcast headphones to the show as my audio headphones, and I must have, last day of the show, I must have put them in their bag, packed them up. While they were still wet, I pulled them out to put them on tonight, and they were still damp, and they smell like old hockey equipment.
Oh, God.
And, like, this is the first time this has ever happened, but I've got, like, salt stains on my headphones.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
Man, we fucking walked so much. We covered, like, there's so much show to cover, but we probably only saw 80% of it, and that's generous because there's just so much. It felt like as big as a toy fair almost. I don't know what you think, Jose.
No, it took up almost the whole
Central Hall.
Where I don't know exactly what they call their sides. Central, north, south. I don't know exactly how they divided the buildings, but it took up the whole section it was in, and it had every floor,
and
two full floors.
It was well attended, if I do say so myself. There wasn't any of those wide ass aisles and light attendance like Tito was showing us from New York Comic Con. Like, people were ready to fucking
get
con again, you know? It was
when we were in Vegas a few months ago, all of the shows hadn't opened back up yet, but like the crowds are still pretty normal from what we've seen before. So I'm sure by now they're like fucking.
It looked like
ball to the wall. Let's go.
Yeah, everything was busy. Everything was busy. It was interesting though, as we're shooting the show and we're interacting with people, like, not for nothing, but WeedCon attendees and exhibitors, super chill people. You would never guess.
So weird.
Never would guess.
Oh my god.
It is really interesting. I remember going to PAX with you guys, and like we had done so many comic conventions.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to PAX, and they're just like chilling out, playing their Game Boy, and I'm like, "Oh, this is a totally different vibe."
Yeah, and they're just
none of these people are angry. Like,
yeah, they're just kind of nice, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone we talked to, just huge smiles, like, and there's a real sense of community because this is a business show, business to business. Right. They're all trying to watch each other's backs so that, you know, when the big multi-trillion-dollar companies start muscling their way into, you know, legal marijuana, you know, they still have front. Yeah, they still have some foothold, you know? And, you know, there's a lot of small businesses and people just trying to hustle, and I think they'll make it. And they're all helping each other.
I can dig that. That's cool.
Yeah. At one point, me and Mary are outside because, you know, we're trying to get some people with their masks off, and we're interviewing people. And we try and grab this one dude, and he stops for a second, and we think, all right, he's going to do the interview. And then he just goes, "No, man, I just got too ripped over there." Because all over the show, all over the convention center, and even like at the hotel and everything, there's signs posted everywhere that say, no use, possession of cannabis whatsoever. It is against federal law. But when you went outside the front doors at MJ BizCon, I said it, I think on Twitter, it smelled like a Limp Bizkit concert.
In my experience, when you walk outdoors of any door in Las Vegas, it's like that.
Yes.
Like my favorite was when I saw one of those signs outside of one of the hotels, and just 3 dudes, each smoking a blunt bigger than the one before it.
Yeah. It was like every time you saw one of those signs, you were like, "That's strange.
Yeah,
that's weird."
Right.
Just real good vibes, man. You know, it was still stressful and it was a lot of work, but at least we weren't dealing with, you know, assholes. It was all real cool people.
Yeah, that goes a long way.
You know, even like, you know, we got delays here and there. Like someone is supposed to be here at 1:00, and then it turns into 1:30, then it turns into 3, then it turns into 4, then it turns into 4:30. Shit happens, but every step of the way, people were very welcoming and, you know, cool. They were cool with having us there, except for initially every security guard had to bust our balls. Like, because
no filming.
Yeah.
Who are you with?
Yeah, there was no tripods. Well, initially we had the wrong type of badges. They said attendee, so the security guards dropped upon us almost immediately as I stepped on the show floor. So no tripods. We got new badges, and then yes, of course, no drones. But we had orders from the client to shoot some drone shots. So, you know, I get it, security guard. You're trying to do your job, but I'm also trying to do my job. And then, you know, we had a team of 5 with us, and sure, Jose and I with the cameras. Obviously, you know, we're shooting things, but they would break the balls of our other 3 team members every chance they got. Or, you know, we'd be going into the show office to get lunch, and they'd kind of be giving them a side eye, like, "Who are these motherfuckers?" But they know now, don't they?
If you don't know, now you know.
Some highlights, and Jose, feel free to interject at any point because you were also there. Before we even went to the show, you know, I had just watched some of the Growing Belushi documentary series on Discovery Plus about Jim Belushi and Belushi Farms. You know, I'm a big Blues Brothers fan, and I thought it was interesting. And I'm like, God, you know, if this is the biggest, you know, cannabis business convention there is, you got to be there, right, Jim Belushi? So like comment on Instagram, hear nothing. And then we get to the show on Thursday and we hear Jim Belushi and Dan Aykroyd are in the building. We don't know where. So our heads are on a swivel. We're we keep getting,
because like these booths brought their own guests, but it's not on the booth to tell them who they're bringing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it like they were not there as guests of MJ BizCon. They were there with an affiliation.
But you would also think as a booth, you would want to promote that as much as possible. Maybe send it through the official channel so that everybody could know. But it kind of worked out because not everybody knew about it. And Jose had a buddy who was there attending. And
my beauty show boss dabbles in that side. He's got his own side thing going on. So he was there checking out the show for his business. And we kept running into each other, but it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, because Jose was on the phone with him as he was following Belushi and Aykroyd around the show floor. And then eventually we all kind of zeroed in, and there they are, Blues Brothers, quote unquote. And
he's like, I just got a picture with them. They're on the floor. They just moved. I'm following them.
Yep. We got video of them kind of, meeting and greeting people. And then we were able to get a little sound bite, and they cut a promo for MJ BizCon. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, we asked them, because they were at the booth doing their thing, doing the photo ops that they were supposed to do. Asked Belushi, hey, we're with the show. You mind doing a sound bite? He's like, yeah, okay.
Where's Danny?
Walking, and they goes, let's get Dan in this thing too. And we're like, okay, sure, yeah, let's go get Dan. Dan, where are you, Dan? Dan Aykroyd around the corner, just chilling.
So that was super fucking cool. Like
that is pretty cool.
Straight up bucket list shit for me.
For sure.
And then later on that day, Mike Tyson was supposed to be at the Futurola booth because he has his own like blunt papers.
Right.
Yeah, they have like this. What they had was originally the raw cones came out where it's like a pre-made cone. You just stuff your weed in it and twist the top, and it's good to go. So you don't have to sit there and try to roll the joint, and it's got a little filter at the end. But Tyson's done the same thing, but with blunt wraps. And I'll tell you what, solid quality.
Yeah, we might have test drove the product a little bit. It was
solid quality.
Yeah.
A+ on craftsmanship.
I'm not going to say we were hiding under the stairs underneath the monorail walkway, but we might have.
Oh, we weren't hiding.
Yeah. Like,
Win in Rome. Win in Rome, dog. Win in Rome.
I kept telling Mary that she's the lookout. So we're supposed to shoot Tyson at this booth at 2:00 on that same day, and it's this is the second day of the show, so it's packed. It's bumping. It's everybody's vibing. Everybody's there. It's the busiest it's been. So we get to this booth, and it's a big booth with a big ass screen, and the floor's all LED screens, and they're just thumping music. Everybody's wearing white like it's a Puff Daddy video. And they bring us right up there, like past the velvet rope, and they're cool with us shooting. They're cool with us, letting us know when Mike gets there. Super helpful. So he's supposed to be there at 2. We get there probably 10, 15 minutes early. 2 rolls around, 2:15 rolls around. Okay, it's gonna be 2:30. Then, as the crowd keeps getting bigger, because this was actually on the schedule. People knew this was going to happen. So there was a huge crowd surrounding this booth. So then it goes, we see the organizers of the booth keep getting on their phones. And every time they get on their phones, it's another half an hour. So, it's 2:30, it's 3:00, it's 3:30, to the point where the client's like, maybe you should leave and go shoot something else because this is taking a long time. But at that point, security had
too deep.
Yeah, security had gone off to collect him. So it's like, we're not waiting here for an hour and 45 minutes only to miss the shot at the last minute.
Yeah.
And then 2 hours later, we're drained because this music has been pumping. This floor is not comfortable. We've been,
and like every now and then the logo would go across, and it was like, holy shit! You didn't know if you were moving, if you were standing still. Like it was a fucking trip. And I'm standing there holding the goddamn Steadicam on for this whole time. So that was fucking fun.
Yeah, and every time you hear a noise or you see like the crowd look one way, you're always on high alert. You're like, where are they? Where are they coming? Is
you
now?
get camera ready, you hit record, you're like, okay, it's go time. And then nothing.
And that was for 2 hours we were on high alert like that. But finally he showed up and he started doing photo ops with people to the point where he was running through them so quick nobody would step up to him. And he's like, come on, who's next? Let's do this. Fucking Mike, you made us wait 2 hours. You can you can take your time with the photo ops. So that was dope.
Got places to be, apparently.
As far as the show goes, I don't have much else to say besides, it was kind of our first show with the new cameras, and I've been watching the shit proxy, and some of the stuff looks wild, you guys.
Good. That's awesome.
Like you look through the camera, and it's got this function where it outlines things so that you know what's focused. It outlines it in a red line. So you're always kind of looking at that, and you're not getting the true picture because these red lines are always in the way. But then seeing it clean, it's like, wow. Looks like we know what we're doing at some point. You got any stories from the show, Jose? Oh, I tell you what. We got breakfast and lunch from them every day. And the first breakfast, they basically had Javits Center's sausages, which was one of my favorite things from New York Comic Con, was those thick-ass fucking big-toe Javits Center breakfast sausages.
Those were great. That was a good time, that breakfast.
What you got, Jose?
What the fuck was it?
Oh,
well, I got them all hooked on roulette. That was pretty cool.
well,
Aykroyd's like, this is great.
We went out to, what was it, Mandalay Bay one night.
Yeah, well, so I got this table at Mandalay Bay that I love, and I went to take them. I was all excited, and we get there, and it's fucking gone, and they got some bullshit dual table junk. Not a fan.
I don't know. I wouldn't call it junk.
Too much going on.
I did cash out $69 from that table.
Yeah.
Nice.
So his first bet, he plays, he spends. We all spend 3, and then he's like, "Yeah, I hit." And I was like, "How much?" He's like, $69. I was like, "Catch that shit out."
Get out while you're ahead.
Cash it out. Throw in another 20.
Yeah. I ended up losing it all.
69.
I ended up losing it all because we had a long day before our flight, so we basically just chilled in the casino all day. But it was worth it to just kind of waste $200.
I was able to turn my last. I played all the money I wanted to, and then we're about ready to leave, and then I was like, "Let me get one more 20." So I put the 20 in, and I spread it. Try to get some money back. Try to get some gambling, some gambling play money. Try to fuck around with the house. And I put some big bucks on 24 hits. I'm like, all right, nice.
Big Jack Bauer fan.
$75. Okay. Playing around, spreading it out, hitting a little bit here, hitting a little bit there, staying afloat, keeping up. 24 hits again. Another 70 something. I'm like, all right, nice.
God damn.
So then I up it. I put it from 2 to like 250, and then
$250.
No, $2.50 on the bet.
Okay, all right. Like,
yeah, I sucked my breath in when you said 250. I was like, Jose, I think you have a problem.
And then so it hit. So now I got 100 something. I'm like, all right, so then I make it even 3. and fucking that hit again. Fucking turned $20 into $380. I'll take it. And
Yeah.
then we fucking
Damn,
cashed
son.
out. Went to the airport. Fucking up. So for the weekend, I was. I might be up like $30 and 2 pairs of socks. Well,
You're trying to cash them out. And
don't-
like, all right, we're out of cash, but I can give you my socks.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing good. I ended up up. I had to make up for the money the lady lost.
It's all good.
Oh.
Mary, she lost like $40 the first night we went out gambling, and she was she felt so guilty. She was just like, "Oh, I can't believe I lost that $40." I'm like, "Shut up! It's Vegas. Like we
Hey, you went to
planned on this. We planned to
You
come out.
can't
Like,
spend $40 gambling in Vegas. Like,
yeah,
what are you in Vegas for?
like
Yeah.
Jose uses the logic that you'd be paying for entertainment one way or the other. You know,
Yeah.
this you're paying to play a game, and you get free drinks while you're doing it, and
Yeah,
that
and the possibility of winning money back. Like you're not going to go watch a show and Penn and Teller are going to give you fucking $200.
Right.
Well, that'd be cool.
that
It would be cool, but it's not happening.
that last day we were at the hotel waiting to go to the airport, and we were just gambling all day and eating, and got a little day drunk, got a little day stoned.
Yeah, that was a blast. Yeah, we started the day with because I bought a bottle of Jack and we weren't going to finish it, but it's cheaper than getting for the price I would have paid for 2 drinks. I got a small little bottle that lasted the whole weekend.
Yeah, every
I'm
so
cool with
often
that.
he'd pull a water bottle filled with brown liquid. I'd be like, what is going on here? I was like, oh.
I'll tell you what's going on. Vegas, baby. The party's in my pocket.
I was waiting until Jose got there before we did any sort of dispensary stuff. Like, I thought we might go on a trip to a dispensary, but apparently there was one right around the corner from the hotel. So I said to Jose, get a bunch, put it on the business card. And boy, oh boy, did he roll in there like fucking Santa Claus.
They had some good stuff. They did have a strain called Ooh La La, which was Run the Jewels strain, which is pretty cool.
What strain did you get?
We went for the Bubba Fett.
Spelled
Which
exactly like that.
It was fitting for what we were doing because it said to help with anxiety. We were shooting the show.
High
So
intensity.
that helps bring the mood down after work. It said that it helped with pain.
We
Not,
old as fuck.
A whole lot, but enough to like make you not worry about it. You know what I mean? You're thinking about other things like fucking ice cream sandwiches.
That would be so cold if you fucked an ice cream sandwich.
Mm.
And then it was like a sativa hybrid, which was like get up and go, but at the same time put you in a good state to sit down and not go.
And also market research, because this is the business we're in now.
That's right.
No joke though, the entire time we're there, like our entire team at one point was considering changing careers to the weed business. Like that's how appealing it looked. Like
I would say the convention was successful.
yeah. One of our team was actually going from exhibitor to exhibitor, having conversations with them off the record.
Yeah. So I don't know what deals he was making.
We might be working on a farm, Integrity Farms, pretty soon.
We're gonna call him. We're gonna call him Magic Mike. MIC.
Yes, because of COVID, instead of handing people the wireless mic, we got a boom for it and a boom mic operator, so that no one ever has to touch the mic. And it worked out really nice.
Yeah, that's probably for the best for a number of reasons.
Yeah,
I'm
because-
always shocked at how many people don't know how to hold a fucking mic.
Exactly. They don't.
Yeah.
They gesture wildly with it. If there's more than one of them, they don't know that the mic has to go between. It is definitely for the best. They're not tapping on it.
Nah, it's a good move. Good move all around.
Yeah, or when it's like a group, and one guy's hogging it, and the other two are talking, and they don't want to share.
Mm-hmm. We had this pair of ladies at the one of the after networking events. One of them was like 6.5 foot. One of them was like 5 foot. And they wanted to do their testimonial together. And luckily, the one who was 6.5 feet tall just kind of cowboyed that shit. And the 5 foot tall lady just slinked off to the side because that was impossible to frame. Would have had to put a goddamn Batman frame on it.
You gotta just slouch down.
So we didn't do a whole lot of Vegas, but luckily, every hotel there has a casino in the lobby, so you don't have to go
where'd you guys
far
stay?
if you want. We stayed at the Sahara, which
Okay.
I turned around on that $3 table. Now that I know my Mandalay Bay table is not the same.
right.
I may be making the trip to the Sahara every time I'm in Vegas.
So the one night we went out to Mandalay Bay, and like everything's kind of connected. So we walked around a bunch of the different hotels, and then headed back.
Had some authentic Vegas House of Blues.
Yes, the Uber on the way to Mandalay Bay was the best smelling Uber I've ever been in my life. I don't even know how to describe it. It was like fruity and vanilla-y and just fresh and clean all at the same time. I told the dude we'd give him 5 stars, and then the next guy we ride with, we'd give him 4 stars just for him. Like, he gets that extra star. So dude gets 6. And then the last night we were there, we headed out to the Bellagio. We hit the Bellagio fountain. What was it? Harrah's and the Flamingo. There was a handful of casinos in the area, and we're looking for some place to eat. But we're all in different styles of clothing. None of us are truly dressed for like a fancy night out. So we're like, where can a bunch of dickheads in shorts and Hawaiian shirts go to eat, have a delicious meal to celebrate the last night of WeedCon? And lo and behold, Guy's Vegas Kitchen and Bar pops up on the maps. So we go to fucking rock out with Guy, and I tell you what, guys, I think I might have converted Jose.
Oh, shit.
It wasn't bad. The food was pretty good.
The food was legit.
Got a pulled pork sandwich. That was pretty good.
The nachos were amazing. The trash can nachos. We got old fashions with candied bacon on the top.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
The lady got a legit topping. Fucking
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. The toppings were better than the drink, though.
Yeah.
They didn't have zing zang. If it ain't zing zang, like it don't go bing bang.
Oh no! No,
I've heard that.
Zing zang. Oh no!
We found out after the fact that Guy was actually in Vegas that weekend for UNLV homecoming and the Raiders game. So like we missed him by mere hours.
Aw.
That would have capped it off, Belushi, Aykroyd, Tyson, Guy Fieri.
Yeah, no kidding.
Also, Exhibit was there. Yeah, we were looking for Belushi and Aykroyd, and I heard this loud, booming voice and a crowd, and I start heading towards it, and there's this little podcast booth, and it's X to the Z, who's got his own line of grinders and smoke accessories.
Loud, booming voice being like, pretzels, popcorn. It's me, Exhibit.
How'd you like some popcorn inside your pretzels in your back seat?
He looks like he's doing good, though. Looks like he's doing good. As we were at Guy Fieri's restaurant, we look out the window, and all this time, because we've been super busy and we haven't really been able to see Vegas, we're talking about next time. We're talking about going out there when we don't have a job and just doing a 4 or 5 day Vegas vacation and being able to do Vegas. So we're all very excited about what possible shows we would want to see. I'm big into Penn and Teller. I want to see Penn and Teller. We've been talking about the different Cirque du Soleils, and then we're looking out the window at Guy Fieri's restaurant, and I forget what the casino was, but their new show debuting that week was a Whitney Houston hologram show.
What?
Fuck yeah.
What?
And I
You
am.
guys went to that, right?
Well, no, because
But it's not open yet.
It not
Oh,
open
okay.
yet, but it is definitely on our fucking list. And
Yeah, but there's no way opening week we are getting tickets
Right.
if we didn't have them.
while we were talking about all these different shows and talking about the cool Cirque du Soleils, because they have the Michael Jackson Cirque du Soleil, they have the Beatles Cirque du Soleil, we're like, wouldn't it be cool if like Slipknot did a Vegas residency and did a Cirque du Soleil?
Dude, fuck yeah. That's
Yes,
awesome.
right? That sounds amazing.
Like, no bullshit. That sounds awesome.
Amazing.
That's so fucking cool.
Sign me the fuck up. And then
Yeah, 'cause we saw the Michael Jackson one a few years ago, and it was pretty fucking cool. Like,
Yeah, I want
some
to do
shit
that.
you've
One.
never seen before, you know, like. But that to like some loud ass metal.
yeah. Yeah.
I want to see them do that little wall jump they do, and then they hit the fucking
Trash can.
kegs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's very cool. That would be awesome.
And the last thing I have to say about the Vegas trip is I know they kind of touched on this in a recent episode of Two Bears, One Cave. So, but I'm not trying to piggyback off of that. But I noticed in Vegas, the water level in the toilets was a lot higher than I'm used to. And I have very long balls.
Oh no.
So my balls were definitely steeping in Vegas toilet water for a majority of the time I was
You
sitting
might
on
have
a
to get
toilet.
that looked at.
That's too high. That water level's too high. That's not good. You
That's
don't want that.
too high.
No,
That's too high.
that's too high. No.
In fact, it was too high that one time I'm sitting on the toilet, I go back to wipe, and I actually stuck my hand in the water.
Oh,
There's
no.
nothing worse than that.
Far too
Nothing
high.
worse than
Far
that.
too high.
I don't
That
think
is
I've
like a
ever sat in
violation
toilet
of the
water that
unspoken contract.
Yeah. Oh,
High.
I
That's fucked.
didn't even mention that our hotel didn't have any hot water the first day of the show.
Oops,
So-
so cold.
Oh.
Oops, all cold. We had to take cold showers before the first day of the show.
That'll
Really
wake you
set
up.
That'll get the blood pumping real good.
Oh yeah, it did. Really set the tone. In fact, the hotel had sent me a text the night before, like one of those, "Hey, why don't you review us and let us know how we're doing?" As soon as I found out there was no hot water, I texted them back, that's for sure. At one point, they're like, "Oh yeah, the water's..." I had already taken my cold shower. At one point, they're like, "So yeah, the water's back. You just gotta run it for 15 minutes." It's like, fucking what?
Okay, guys.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh god.
Well, they're on like their third owner in 3 years and third renovation.
Yeah, Jose thinks it's all a money laundering scheme.
I mean, probably.
Well, yeah, because it was the Sahara. Somebody bought it and changed the name. So, guess what we got to do? Rebranding. We got to redo all this bullshit. And then it changes back to the Sahara. And like, oh, we got to change it all back again.
It's
All
weird
kinds of
because
floors.
everything looked new, but kind of already like fucked up and broken and shabby.
Oh, like the time they told us at work they were going to get us new furniture, but it was from the office that closed down. And it was like, oh, new to us.
Yeah,
Like, that's
but
what you
like
meant.
not real new furniture.
Yeah, like not new furniture, but like I've never sat in this chair before.
But man, all in all,
New to me.
a real successful trip.
Good.
Hopefully they'll have us back. Now we got to
Yeah,
edit
they
a
already
bunch
had
of
the
videos.
dates for next year.
Yeah.
So we were like, notice you have the dates for next year. You want to start talking about that? You let us know.
So I don't
She
know.
said,
I don't know if this will fly with the wives, but
The wives.
in trying to think ahead to a future non-work Vegas trip, don't they do Double or Nothing in Vegas every year?
Ooh, that's right.
Trying to remember, is that in Vegas?
Well, I mean, they didn't do it this past year, I don't think, because of COVID.
It might be.
That's a very,
So-
very, very interesting observation there, Knize.
We'll have to
think
see.
about
I mean, and if not, we can just kind of plan a 4-day weekend and see a couple shows and get
well,
lit.
I mean,
Yeah,
worst
4
case,
days
the
is-
ladies can pick a show.
Yeah.
that. Yeah, 4 days is the perfect amount of time, I found. It's good. It's good. And Yeah, if you want to maybe time that to where you arrive like on a Monday or a Tuesday, because by the time Saturday rolls around, the dirt bags come out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cheaper.
Yeah.
The casinos are cheaper during the week.
We got there on a Sunday.
Yeah, I'm a fucking complete Monday warrior. I'll hit you up on a Wednesday.
It was so fucked up. It was so weird because, with Comic-Cons, we're used to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But with Toy Fair, it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But MJ BizCon was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
That's weird. But they know the dirt bags get in on Saturday. They know.
Yeah.
They fucking know exactly what's going on. That's by design.
Jose, that picture is amazing. You're such a badass. Such a bad motherfucker right there.
You like that?
God, you look like such an uncle. Such a fucking uncle.
Feel like it.
Oh, shit. What you got going on, Kelly?
Fucking nothing.
That sounds delightful.
I went through my Twitter feed and I'm like, what have I done the past 2 weeks?
What have I done?
Like,
Kelly just
nothing.
laid down on his back, arms crossed on his chest, and waited until the show came back.
Yeah. Eyes were open the entire time. They're very dry now.
The super slumber.
He was like, if you lay and you just focus, you don't need to blink.
Time does not exist.
Hey, like, no bullshit. Not doing this had really fucked up my clock. So I'm like, what the fuck? What
Lee had a hard time.
Like,
what day is it?
Yeah.
Like, I slept through, like, I was late to a meeting because I woke up on Wednesday morning, and I'm like, oh, well, I can go back to sleep a minute because it's not like it's a Wednesday where my meeting is early because I didn't podcast last night. It's definitely not Wednesday. And I'm like, oh, fuck, it is Wednesday. I got to kick this thing off. Like, oh, shit.
And then you introed the Popcast when you went on the
I
call,
did.
too.
I did. Like, whoops. Wait.
They're like, oh, that sounds like a good podcast. Where can I listen to it?
Then I'm like, shh.
Puts him in a headlock.
No. Don't talk about that. Well, fuck, I'm happy for you, Kelly.
Yeah, thank you.
You and your nothing. 'Cause nothing is the best.
Nothing's the best.
It really is. Like, really and truly, no news is good news.
Oh, yeah. Fucking, so, we didn't get back home until like 2 a.m. Sunday morning. We had a late flight and the time change and all that. And me and Mary did absolutely nothing Sunday. Turned on NFL Red Zone, and I napped on our couch for the first time. It was such a lazy-ass day. We're still feeling it, though.
Oh, Lee, I got a win in fantasy football.
Hell yeah!
Hey! All
right. My team,
now, Kelly.
My team that sets itself on fire every week in some way finally pulls out a win.
All right. Look at you. Very happy for you.
Like, he
by
pulled
1
it
point.
out at the gut at like.
You know how many
very last
seconds was
minute.
left in the game when Kelly got the win, Lee? 9.
Oh!
9 fucking seconds
He won
away
with
from
the
a
last
tie.
play of the game.
Yep.
It was like a real football.
It was pretty amazing. Jose and I were watching, like, the scores. Jose was probably watching the real game. And we're like, holy shit, Kelly! Like, you're getting awfully close.
Yeah.
And then it was like, you tied. There's only like a minute and a half left, and you're tied. Like, I don't think you're going to lose. And then all of a sudden, 9 seconds left. Kelly's got the lead.
Who'd
By
have thunk
1
it?
point.
1 and
Speaking of
6
football,
now.
We went to see we took Jack to see Ron's Gone Wrong, the robot cartoon movie. It's fun. It's cute. It's fine. I do appreciate the anti-social media message of the whole thing. That part was delightful because fucking TikTok. But before the movie, they had a trailer for some Zachary Levi football movie, and
he's playing Kurt Warner from the fucking Rams.
Is he really?
Okay, yeah, I think that's
That's who he's playing. It's Kurt Warner from the Rams. He tried playing football, didn't make it, quit football, was a grocery boy, a grocery bagger, and then for some reason he tried out for the Rams, made the team, and then like broke all kinds of passing records, won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, see, you make it sound somewhat interesting almost, but but not really. The trailer definitely didn't do a whole lot for me, and I was just sitting there, and the trailer's all super like over earnest and shit like that, and very dramatic, and I'm just sitting there watching it, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're doing another one of these fucking football pictures. Okay, great. So I'm just watching the thing, and I'm just like, huh. In a world where technology and creativity can make make your movie. There's no limits on what you can do now in fiction and movies and this that. And I'm just like, and these motherfuckers are all like, you will believe a man can throw a ball. Like, gonna transport me to a fiction, a fantastical world where a man throws a ball really fast.
Lee.
We don't need that though, Lee. That group of men need to know that even if they're bagging groceries, maybe
they can do it.
They can play football professionally.
His story is pretty cool though.
Yeah.
In a
To
world
go from giving up on football, bagging groceries, and then all of a sudden you're fucking slinging balls. That Rams team was called the greatest team on turf.
And then didn't he just get fucked up with injuries, or what happened?
No. He retired. He ended up playing for Arizona, and I think took Arizona to the Super Bowl that they lost to Roethlisberger.
Was it Matt Ryan who had the fucked up injury recently, where his wife made him the Lombardi Trophy out of his like braces and shit?
Oh
no,
Jesus
that was
Christ.
Was that Alex
real
Smith?
passive shit.
Oh, Alex Smith. Yeah, all
Maybe?
these fucking white boys with similar sounding names.
All these white boys with injuries all look the same.
Alex Smith, Kurt Warner, fucking
that dude
Matt
broke his
Ryan.
leg so bad he almost died. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Like, you know how bad you got to break a leg to die from it?
I tell you what,
You know?
you put
Oh, God.
Kurt Warner, Alex Smith,
Put
and
that as a
Matt
movie.
Ryan.
I'd watch that movie.
You put the three of those white boys in a lineup, I'm not going to be able to tell the difference between them.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Fucking wild.
Oh, you know what
Alex
I can
Smith is
talk
the
about?
one who
what
part of the
you got,
stadium
Billy?
fell on his leg and he cut it off with a credit card.
Fuck.
You know, we didn't talk about Tiny Dick Smasher.
Oh, no, we sure didn't.
Oh,
That
How
feels
is
like
that?
a month ago.
Yeah,
it
because
feels
this
like
was
forever ago.
yeah, but it was only like
it's so
2
fucking
weeks
nuts.
ago. So, a couple weeks ago on wrestling Twitter, there was a kerfuffle.
Oh, okay, I remember this.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so crazy.
Awful.
there's a dude going around. I think his name was Anthony, just saying mean shit to people. Nothing bad, but just like just mean stuff. So when people are being mean to someone you like, what do? You go through their feed to find anything wrong they've ever done to use it against them and cancel them.
Yeah, you want to get kind of a photograph of this person, and you look at their feed to kind of see what kind of piece of shit they are.
Yeah, and so in the process, someone is going through this dude's feed, and they found his dominatrix, who goes by the handle @TinyDickSmasher. So they got
Let's just
tiny.
say, solid dominatrix handle.
Right? Yeah, and that's she had to be an early adopter too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
So
you
they
got to
got-
be way ahead of the game to get Tiny Dick Smasher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not Tiny Dick Smasher 57.
Yeah.
Like fucking not the Tiny Dick Smasher with an underscore. No, she got Tiny Dick Smasher. That's
Mhm.
A+. All right.
Yeah. So she got involved, and
No spelling with numbers.
no.
No,
this
no
guy-
D1CK.
This guy's being mean, and someone tattled on him to his dominatrix.
Yeah, so they get her involved, and she makes him apologize to everyone by posting like some of the crazy shit he's sent her, and just exposing his personal information because she says that's what he likes, but she's making him apologize to everyone. And eventually, she starts sharing clips of videos that she made him make. One of which thankfully I did not watch, involves him putting himself into a plastic water bottle and
Oh,
saying, "Take that, Big D, you plastic bitch."
oh God.
And people are wild.
Ugh.
And I got fired for cheese.
Yeah, and you got fired for cheese.
I gotta say, if somebody on the internet was being mean to me and there was a video of them fucking a water bottle, I'd be like, okay, I feel a lot better now.
Right.
Yeah. So eventually he starts like getting kind of like upset about this, like, oh, you've gone too far. Can you please stop? I'm sorry. I already apologized to everyone. Please stop sharing my personal information. And
Please,
like,
Tiny Dick Smasher, have a heart.
yeah. And like public opinion starts to turn where it was like, haha, this was fun before, but like now it's getting kind of sad. Okay.
Doesn't it
Sorry.
always?
Yeah. So then it's kind of just like it fades from the public consciousness until a day later, someone was catching up on all this nonsense, and they're looking at the pictures that Tiny Dick Smasher was posting. One of them being Anthony's Facebook profile, and they're looking at it and they realize, hold on, this screenshot. It's not from someone like viewing the account from their friend. It's taken from the account holder's dashboard. It's like, wait, that's weird. And then someone looks at the link to where the water bottle video was posted, and that name on there is Tiny Dick Smasher. At which point it is then revealed that Anthony was Tiny Dick Smasher all along.
Oh my god.
The person...
Goddamn
the Dick
usual
Smasher was
suspects.
coming from inside the house.
The person that revealed that Tiny Dick Smasher was Anthony's dominatrix was also Anthony. He played wrestling Twitter like a fiddle, all for his own public act of self-humiliation.
Wait. Hang on. I think I missed that part before. So he was the dominatrix, but
And the
also
dude
the
that
person
found
who
the
outed
dominatrix.
him as the dominatrix?
Yes.
That is some sick shit.
It was
That's
all
fucking crazy.
orchestrated from the very beginning to the point where he's actually been making money from dudes being their dominatrix as Tiny Dick Smasher, which is an account that is now gone because it served its purpose.
Have to imagine he came so hard.
He said there's no such thing as bad publicity.
He got people to watch him fuck a water bottle.
It's really just masterful.
It is.
The work and planning that went into that.
Yeah.
Like,
and just everyone played their role exactly as he wanted them to.
He was all like, I already did it 10 minutes ago.
And wrestling Twitter's watching the Kobayashi coffee cup fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. He loses the limp on his way out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
right.
Yeah, his lip dick.
That was a fucking just wild week in wrestling Twitter, because that was also the same week that a dude was being targeted by another group of wrestling Twitter people who were trying to like say he was like sucking off the government teat for taking a PPP loan as a freelancer, and saying like, oh, he's taking money away from hardworking families. And
He sounds like to me he earned it.
any sensible person was like, no, that was fine, whatever. And you know, all the idiots are getting mad at him and posting like his like trying to dox him and finding his family's like credit history.
How about
and
you
shit.
bitch at like the Lakers who took out the PPE?
Yeah.
And
those
then it
guys?
turned out this was all seeded by Joey Ryan, famous wrestling sexual
pervert.
assaulter, allegedly, who did not like this guy and was just trying to like, hey, maybe if a lot of people get mad at him, wouldn't be such a bad thing. So yeah, that was wild. And like wrestling Twitter was so worked up over all this insane drama that they totally missed some dude getting his finger chopped off in a wrestling match.
Oh.
with
good.
bolt cutters.
Yeah, with bolt
With
cutters.
Bolt cutters?
And everyone just kind of ignored it because there was other things happening.
Making quite the face.
I'm trying to think of the degree of righteous vengeance that would befall the person who cut off my fucking finger with a pair of bolt cutters. And I don't think there's a word for it.
Oh.
Well, you let them do it though. Like it's not even like it was an accident. Or like he was just like, hey, I'm doing this. Like there was a spot in the match. They were just like, yeah, we're doing this.
And
This
what organization was this?
Oh, I don't even remember.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are you doing cutting off? You got 10 fingers. What are you doing cutting off a
Come on.
finger
Like
for?
I saw some of the photos, like not like of the finger, but like of the the spot or whatever, and like they're basically in a junkyard.
Yeah, I don't even know
And,
if that show made tape.
Oh,
It wasn't an accident
No, that was like a planned spot in the match.
to
It was
cut
a
off his
deathmatch
fucking
tournament.
finger.
Yeah,
Which finger?
I don't know.
Pinky, obviously.
but the other one had an ingrown fingernail on it.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard.
Do we know if he got it like reattached or something?
I don't think so.
I'm going to go ahead and say this guy probably doesn't have very good health insurance. And even if he
the
did...
dude that did the cutting of the finger apparently got cut up by a box cutter in a previous year in a match. So
Fuck!
Not the brightest bulb.
That feels like even if the guy whose finger got cut off was like, no, I don't want to press charges, like both of them should go to jail.
Yeah, probably.
Both of them.
Disturbing the peace or something.
Yeah, just like, no, jail. We've decided as a society, you're not welcome.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. What charges can we throw at these idiots for having the world's worst judgment?
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Like, what is the equivalent of a crime, but just for like, you're not welcome here anymore? Like, that's what we need.
Just put them on their own little island and everything would be cool.
Yeah.
We'll just annex part of Guam.
Yeah, just go have your island
Sail 'em
box
off.
cutter, bolt cutter death matches over here.
Cut pieces off. Do whatever you want.
Don't worry, no one's filming or no one's watching. It's all for the art.
Fucking wild. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild.
This past weekend, though, I did watch on the ICW show, was it American Deathmatch Story? They did a hour-long Iron Man deathmatch, and it was between Eric Ryan and John Wayne Murdoch. That was really good. Highly recommend checking that out.
Iron Man Deathmatch sounds like a bad time. Like,
yeah, they went through like hundreds of tubes.
That's a lot.
Just
hey Kelly, in the new Halloween, Michael Myers kills a lady with a busted open light tube.
Hell yeah.
MDK
walks to his house and kills the old man and busts a light tube and shoves it in the old lady's neck. And I was like, oh shit, he just David Arquette that lady.
Deathmatch icon.
MDK.
Busts the light tube and she breathes it in by mistake, and then he's like, oh shit, but he won't call an ambulance because he doesn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, she breathes in the light tube. He's like, oh shit, you're gonna get cancer. I better kill you first.
Yeah.
Fucking wild. You think we're talking about Mahoney before we go to break? What's up?
No, nothing worth talking about. I got some stuff for comics, so I'll save it all for that.
Okay. All right. Save it for that. Right on. Let's do that then. So in that case, it's been a couple weeks. What's up on a classic this week, Knize?
All right, since we just got back from Vegas, I went back through the archives and found a previous Jose Vegas story. Not his first time being at Vegas, but it was the time Vegas was being overtaken by a grasshopper plague. This is from Popcast 479 from August 2019.
All right. Enjoy this. We'll be back in a minute. Love you. Bye.
Enjoy the refreshing taste of an ice-cold Popcast classic.
How about you, Jose? Tell us about these fucking grasshoppers, dude.
Fucking Vegas was invaded by grasshoppers somehow, and they're just fucking everywhere.
Find fucking photos, dude. Like
climate change is a myth.
They were fucking. There's one. The Lexor Hotel is a pyramid with like a light that shoots straight up. The first night we noticed it was like that whole light. It looked like some stranger shit. Like they've been summoned, kind of. Just fucking everywhere. And then we went and took a trip down to old time Vegas, you know, and saw like the carny shit and
looking to get straight up stabbed.
Well, the whole place smelled like fucking weed and madness. That's the only way I can explain it. Whatever you think that smells like, you are correct. So
I bet it smells like Jose's office right now.
Hey, I do got poker chips in here, which is another cool thing. Was I learned my speed last? I was there too long. 3 weeks in Vegas, too fucking long. But
that'll send a
I
weaker
knew
man to
I was
his
going to
grave.
be there. So I fucking paced my gambling out. I paced my spending. What I was willing to lose, what I was willing to win. And I went with 500 cash, and between gambling every day, which I did. I gambled every day I could. Tipping, buying shit, spending money. Went to get my glaucoma prescription filled.
Nice.
And boy, did I tell you, filled. So that was cool.
I hung out with Jose yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Feels like it could have been a week ago. And I think he gave me glaucoma. Holy shit.
Hey, he asked for it.
He got me so fucking high, I got glaucoma.
Well, it's funny because I'll save it for off air. It's funny.
Fucking what? Okay.
But what I don't know, you guys tell me I'm wrong, but it looked like everywhere there was purple, there were more grasshoppers.
Huh.
So,
well, I just assumed it was just everywhere is purple in Las Vegas.
No, not everywhere, but like there was like this purple wall that seemed to have way more grasshoppers.
Interesting.
Than other walls.
I read it's because of the warmer winter, or no, it was a wet winter
Of the why?
Yeah.
What caused it? Yeah, it was something to do with the weather. Everyone kept saying, but it was still fucking freaky.
No thanks. Remember that time when we lived out in the country and we were driving down that one road that was covered in frogs?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that before.
You're driving and you just hear them jumping under your car, committing suicide. You're like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I really want to get home.
That is some plague shit. Nothing quenches your thirst quite like a Popcast classic.
Well,
great timing.
I feel like we talked about those frogs recently again.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
We only have like 4
context
stories,
was.
you know?
Yeah.
Something cool.
You know, there's... What do we got? We got the time we killed all them frogs. We got the time... Shit. Maybe we only have 1 story.
That time we met Jeff Foxworthy.
Right. Jeff Foxworthy didn't make us wait around for 2 hours.
No.
I said it, too, as we're standing there at the booth. Or I think even before we went down to shoot the Tyson thing, I think we were planning ahead for it. And I said, you know, if anybody's going to be late, it's going to be Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
2 hours later. You know who was also late?
A goose?
And I don't know where to kind of connect the two, but Little Kim was there, and she was supposed to be there at like 1 o'clock, and we didn't shoot her until like 3:30.
Me and
Zoe butts in the office and was telling you Fortnite stories. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Jose had to deal with Little Kim's security.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Well, I show up. Okay, so we're waiting at the fucking press thing where she's supposed to be going to. Come to find, we're waiting. It was another one of those, like, 1 turned into 1:30, turned into 2:30.
But if
and
you're
then
not
we find
there,
out,
if you're not...
she's there shooting. Well, she was supposed to be there at like this is it Weed 101, some kind of podcast.
Well, yeah, was it the same podcast that Exhibit was at?
Yeah. So we're like, well, fuck, if she was going to be there the whole time, why didn't we just go do that to begin with? So I run up to grab her at that. And then I get there and it's already going. So I can't get my normal front spot. So now I got to figure out, okay, how am I going to weasel my way in there? Because I'm getting the shot. So luckily, it's the same photography people that were doing shit with Tyson. So they recognized me and they're like, okay, cool. Because I was also bringing them some batteries. So, we're all buddies. They hooked me up and I'm like, hey, can I get a shot? And they're like, yeah, they let me, or, I couldn't get up front, but I see there's like a slit in the back of the whatever banner, or like not banner, but like
signage.
Yeah, wall they had up. And I'm like, well, I can sneak a shot that way. So I tell the guy, hey man, let me get there. So the guy from the booth brings me around. He must not have relayed it to all of the security guards. So I'm just this dude with a camera poked through a hole looking like a fucking creeper. And he's doing his job. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is going on? I definitely look like I wasn't supposed to be there. But I show him the fucking badge I'm wearing that says fucking, show team. Like, legit. I'm too busy to sit here and try to fucking lie to you and try to get a shot at little Kim. Like, if I'm telling you I'm supposed to be getting a shot, I need to be getting this shot. But, he doesn't believe me, so I'm like, all right, whatever. I already got enough from this angle, so I go swing around the other angle. So I see the guys, and I'm like, hey, man, can I get up front real quick, get my shot? He's like, yeah. So he gets me up front. So I'm getting my front, but behind little Kim in the background is the security guard just mean mugging the fucking camera. Because now he's looking at me. We're face to face in the directions we're at. And he's like, this motherfucker. But I get my shot. I'm not worried about it. And I get the fuck out of there. So then little Kim finally comes to what we were trying to get. And it was the lady from MJ Biz
at the press room,
actually interviewing her at their official press thing. So it was a cool thing to get. So I go to the stairs to go up, and guess who's at the fucking bottom of the stairs? And he's like, he looks at me, he sees me again, and he shakes his head, and he's like, nah, it's not happening. You're not going up there. And I'm like, come on, dude. Like, I'm with the show. And he's like, nah. I'm like, dude, our lady's interviewing her. Like, you're the reason why I'm the reason you're here, motherfucker. This company, we're the reason you're here. And so he's not listening. He's not hearing it. And so our connect goes up to him, and she's telling him, no, he needs to get up there and get the shot. And he's not listening to that. He's like, no, I need somebody to tell me. And I'm like, dude, I'm supposed to be with the show. And he's like, no, I need somebody other than you. And then finally, the lady, the photographers that we made good with, who were already up there, she sees me and she's telling him, no, he needs to get up here now. And then he looks at me, he's like, fuck. This guy
wins again.
The whole fucking time. So, fucking, he's got to let me up. He's got to let me go do my thing. So he steps aside pretty angrily. Like, fucking, go get your shot, fucker. So on the way out, tell him no hard feelings. You're doing your job. I'm trying to do mine. Little knuckle. We go on our separate ways.
I didn't see any of this other exchange, but at one point, Jose had to scurry underneath a table to get a shot.
Yeah.
And some other dude shooting video saw him and was just fell in love. That's what happens when we go to these conventions, is men fall in love with Jose because he is just...
No, it happens all the time.
He is just a specimen. He has an aura about him, and he's just amazing to watch. So,
he's just a scamp.
He calls him, he apparently calls Jose, you're like a ninja, man. You just fucking get in there. And then later on that day, as we're kind of milling about the Tyson booth, I see Jose talking to this guy, and they're talking as if, like, they worked together on a beauty show or something like that. That's what I see the connection between the two of them. I'm like, oh, they must know each other. Jose's like, no, I just met him over at another booth. We're best friends now.
What he's doing video with Belushi Farms.
Right.
For a a separate thing, not with Discovery. But so Belushi's doing the shit, man. He's fucking in it.
Yeah.
He had a huge. I don't know if it was a blunt or a cigar, but in his back pocket was a huge ass blunt or a nice cigar. One of the two.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
And I'm saying it was fucking Dave Chappelle.
No.
So I come down
no.
from the little Kim thing, and this guy's in the white jumpsuit. He's got this hat. He's got glasses. He's holding he's kind of keeping low key. He's talking to the lady that was just interviewing little Kim. She makes him laugh. He's got the same body movement. He's wearing a Chappelle mask. I'm telling everybody it was Dave Chappelle. Whether or not it was or not, that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Oh, Dave Chappelle's been pretty busy these days. I don't know if he was at WeedCon.
He was wearing a Chappelle mask, like with the Chappelle logo on it. So like that made me think, oh, maybe it was him. I'm actually trying to pull up the footage right now, see if I can.
I had that picture. Where's that picture? Let me get that. I'll sit here. Let me find it. Oh, I got a bunch of pictures of Magic Mike falling asleep in various places.
Where did that go?
Why don't I have it? I saved it. I sent it to you.
He was never there.
No, I'm gonna have to fucking download it from our group thing. Stupid.
All right, this is taking too long, but it wasn't Dave Chappelle. I'm sorry. I've gone back and looked at the footage. He took a picture of the MJ BizCon staff at one point. I don't think Dave Chappelle's gonna do that.
He might and be like, "Yo, chill,
having a good
bunch
time.
of cool white people at MJ BizCon."
I told Jose, if you really want to know if that was Dave Chappelle or not, walk by him and say something about trans people, and then.
So me and the lady, I'm like, "No, check out his hands."
What?
Yeah, they were
He's got
Googling
very
pictures
distinct
of
hands.
Dave Chappelle's hands.
Yeah. Chappelle got very distinct hands, Kelly. Did you know
meaty
that? Did you know that?
I don't know. I can't say that I did.
Well, it's true. It's true. He's got very distinct.
He has 14 fingers, Kelly.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real special.
All of them exactly the same length.
I don't know about that.
His hand looks like a child's drawing of a hand. All right. What's up on the top 6, Knize?
Give me
Been a
one
minute.
second
Hear
here.
that beautiful song.
Had a Audacity crash, so I'm
The audacity.
the Audacity.
Absolute audacity. of
I'm
Audacity.
exporting the first half, and then I'll restart the recording, and then we'll head right into a top 6, just like we planned all along. This is exactly how this was supposed to go.
So this isn't being recorded, so we can say anything we want.
This
Jose,
is
go.
still on YouTube. It was just Audacity that was not
It was
recording.
Dave Chappelle, goddammit.
It was not Dave Chappelle. I'm sorry. I wished it was Dave Chappelle for all of us, but it was clearly not.
Where's the fucking picture I sent you? That's not even in here now?
It never happened, Jose.
I don't think you sent a picture of
There
Chappelle.
was no
I
picture.
did.
This is all a fever dream.
There was no Dave Chappelle. There
Oh, there it
wasn't
is,
even
there
a
it is.
guy.
There it is.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where is it?
Oh, saved image. And then
Let's...
It was actually Donald Faison from Scrubs.
Yeah, this is when we find a picture of Jose with just some random black guy.
Okay.
Or it's just a picture Jose took in the mirror. And he's
Okay.
like,
Clearly a black man
Looking at his hand.
with a white bucket hat and a white jacket and a Chappelle show mask, but that is not Dave Chappelle.
honestly, if you told me that was Shelton Benjamin, I'd say, yeah, maybe.
It might be. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay, if you think
That's
it might
not
be,
Dave Chappelle.
do you
gonna say
think
yeah.
It's not even remotely close to Dave Chappelle.
if you
No,
think it
it's
might
not.
be Dave Chappelle, do you think Dave Chappelle would take a photo of the MJ BizCon staff with his phone?
I mean,
or
maybe
wait,
if he's having a good time.
if he was having a good time and laughing
Yeah.
with everybody and was like, fuck it, I'll take a picture of these people.
I don't know.
Yeah, what?
I want to
What I
remember
wanted
this
to
day
do
for the
was
rest
go
of my
back-
life.
Let me Google Dave Chappelle. Like,
Yeah, 'cause
there's
that-
no way
That
that's
doesn't
Dave
look like
Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
No. And
I've seen his face a lot these past couple days.
That's the beauty of being able to wear a mask. Like, he knew people thought he was going to be Chappelle. He knew people thought he was Chappelle. All right, let's do a top 6.
All right, let's do top 6. What is
Top 6.
6! I still like 6.
All right, we missed most of October this year, but no reason to not close shit out with an appropriately special and spooked out Halloween-themed top 6. So this week we are doing top 6 movie monsters.
No. We're doing top 6 monster movies.
All right, then I'm going to have to reframe
adjust my list.
Reframe my list just a little bit.
Like, I'm not wrong, right?
The movies they were in.
No,
who knows?
Knize, it says in all caps, you posting, all right, we're doing top 6 monster movies, and then Lee says, woo, we back, baby.
He's like, yeah, let's do some work.
Well, no. This is how the conversation went in private. I asked if we have an idea for a spooky topic or top 6, and then I looked at the Discord, and Sheila had suggested movie monsters or monster movies. I'm not sure which one. And then Lee said, top 6 monster movies. I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah, Lee even declared it himself.
Fantastic. I mean,
silly,
it works.
Silly boy.
He's furiously erasing his list.
It should still work.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah,
because
the title instead of the monster.
Ben did the same thing in the Discord, but it's basically instead of naming the movie, he named the monster, and it's
right. It's fine.
Same difference.
Yeah.
What a goofy boy you are.
Well, right about now, for the past several days, I'm gonna say about a week now, my brain has felt like room temperature applesauce. It's just a fucking mess up there right now. So,
and that's with 2 weeks off.
Yeah. Like I said, it's
not doing the show is bad for our health.
My job has been fucking nuts, you guys. It's been a lot. And I got these thug-ass kids being thug-ass kids. And a lovely wife I'm trying to keep happy. It's a lot. Fucking. I didn't mention. I swear to God, we're going to do a top 6 at some point, people. But I didn't mention that Kerouac is here for a weird work thing he has to do. I'm not going to go into the details of it. But
how weird for Kerouac to be there and you just not say anything about it. That's never happened. That's strange.
That's how fucking hectic. It slipped my goddamn mind. And then, maybe for good reason. But
he's there like right now?
He's in the room.
Yeah, he's right over there. Yeah, no. Just being quiet, which that cannot be the case.
Wouldn't
we're talking about something, and he's like, somehow it came up that I hadn't seen the last episode of Master of the Universe, the Revelations yet. He's like, how have you seen all but the last one? And I'm like, do you have any idea how fucking busy I am all the time? It's like, you know what? No, I haven't seen the last one. I'm sorry.
Did he ask you if Mahoney thinks of him?
I haven't seen most things.
Did you tell him the time someone brought him up and I said, I really would prefer we just never think about him again? Don't tell him that part.
Fucking dark, son. But anyway.
Wait, hold on. What was the quote? What was the classic quote that we put on an inspirational poster?
Tad's quote was, every once in a while I'm reminded you're alive and
it bums me out.
It ruins my fucking day. Yeah.
That's fucking vicious. God damn.
I was going through my Gmail today because I had my my Google Photos synced, so it was filling up my Google storage. So I had to go through and delete a bunch of shit, and I went through and deleted a bunch of emails with large attachments. And I'm going through since like 2014. I'm going through and I stumbled upon Thatcher roast, and I'm like, nope, skipping that one.
No, you keep that one forever.
Yeah,
of course.
That was an all-time roast.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was very good. And very effective as well, as far as
a little too effective. But an all-time great roast.
Oh Christ. Okay.
It's not
All
like
right.
I was like, "Hey, what if I roasted you for your birthday?" Like,
Right,
it was
no,
his
no.
idea. Like,
Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, so let me just rewrite this instead of movie monsters. Now we're talking about monster movies, which is basically the same fucking thing.
Basically. Except you're naming the
Basically
movie
the same
instead of the
fucking
monster.
And in some cases, you know, they're the same thing.
Right.
Yeah. For example, my number 6 pick, Cellar Dweller, which is a movie that I don't think you can watch anywhere online. Like, it barely registers as a real thing. Came out in '87, stars 80s horror icon Jeffrey Combs, and he's a comic
Sean
book
Puffy
artist.
Combs' dad?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, same guy.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Nice.
And it's about, so he plays a comic book artist who draws this crazy ass monster, and then it comes to life like things will want to do. And it's just a big, crazy, dumb looking monster. And I don't know for sure because, again, you can't find any information about it really.
That's cool.
But I feel, yeah, it's pretty cool. And I feel like the art from his pages that he does, they might be Bernie Wrightson drawings. I feel like they quite possibly might be. Like, they use his for the actual thing. It's a cool fucking movie. Like, I liked it a lot. But thinking about it today when I was putting this together, I'm like, can I fucking watch this someplace? I mean, it's good. And I don't know that I'm about to get a physical copy. Maybe I think Shout Factory. It's similar to the kind of thing Shout Factory might have, but it was fucking cool. Would recommend if you can.
It isn't just like uploaded on YouTube.
You know what? Maybe I hadn't thought about that. So yeah, I'll try that first. Next up.
Yep. 1988, 1 hour, 17 minutes, 37 seconds.
Fuck yeah.
Cellar Dweller.
Anytime you think there's a movie where it's like, man, I don't think I can see this anywhere, someone uploaded it from their VHS on YouTube and it rolls.
Yeah. And it probably just because like it's one of those things where no one owns the license anymore.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I love it. So yeah, I'm gonna fucking look that shit up. Yeah, so next up I'm doing The Descent. You guys ever saw The Descent?
Yes.
Came out. That movie is terrifying. Like, it's terrifying before it becomes a monster movie, and then it becomes a fucking monster movie, and it's even scarier. It's about these, like, a group of friends that get together to go, like, you know, spelunking about in a cave, which is a thing that people fucking do in real life, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know fucking why people do that kind of shit. But it's shot very tight, it's very claustrophobic, and makes you want to throw up. And then they get deep enough in the cave that there's these little tiny fucking monsters that just, like, live in the darkness, and it's very upsetting.
Are they?
Aren't
they supposed to kind of be like bat creatures? I feel they're kind of
like,
designed after bats.
They don't have wings and shit, but like I mean, they kind of get around like bats because it's all like echolocation and stuff because there's no light where they are because they live in the middle of the fucking earth. But it's very cool movie. Every performance is tremendous. It's very, very good.
That final shot of her like digging herself out of the ground is pretty nuts.
Very good. Yeah, it's really, really good. Next, I'm doing from 2002 a movie called Dog Soldiers.
You have talked about this so much.
That movie's
fucking
great.
Have I really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I fucking love Dog Soldiers. I fucking love it. About this couple that goes on a vacation, and they end up getting murdered pretty quickly, and then the cabin that they rented is besieged by this like one survivor from this like mercenary soldier group, and all of his old buddies are all they're all werewolves, and they're big fucking tall werewolves. They're big practical effects, in an age of all digital shit. It looks really fucking cool. Like it's werewolf soldiers. Like, what do you want, man? Like, it's fucking great. Would recommend. Next we're doing Puppet Master. Pick one, doesn't matter which one. All those little bastards are great. Those movies are fun. Even when they got goofy and became like kind of good guys, they're fucking great. But nothing's better than when they start killing Nazis, and like just the premise is real stupid. I just imagine like being a grown man and coming upon like like an 18-inch tall thing that wants to kill me. I feel like there's no situation in which I can't take that thing out. But they just kill so many people, and it's so silly. Like I don't know how it manages to work every fucking time.
Those Puppet Master movies, did they have a lot of gratuitous nudity in them, or?
Not overly gratuitous.
Well, I mean,
once in a while, but it wasn't a hallmark for them.
Horror movies of that era all kind of had one at least
some kind of tits.
Tits, yeah.
Yeah. I think you get some tits in the first one. Maybe even just the first one.
Yeah, those old movies had tits.
That's a real bygone era, man. Movies just don't have tits in them anymore.
Yeah.
Now
they got
for
boobs.
no apparent reason. Yeah, just no reason whatsoever. This, out of no place. Especially like an action movie, like a Jean-Claude Van Damme action movie. You best believe you're going to see some tits and probably his perfectly sculpted, chiseled ass at some point.
As you should.
As you should.
Maybe a little mushroom print. Depending on how
maybe,
tight his pants are.
Yeah. Next up, fucking Slither, man. Love Slither. James Gunn picture where Michael Rooker plays the guy who comes face to face with this horrible like alien parasite thing that gets up inside of him and turns him into a horrible monster, a horrible snake monster that infects everyone in this little community. And it's a goddamn blast. It is so fun. Great dialogue. Some CG stuff, obviously, but all kinds of creepy, like, gross rubber monster shit. It's great. Really
Lee, did you know that The Descent and Dog Soldiers were directed by the same guy?
I did not know that.
Holy shit.
Neil Marshall also directed the Hellboy reboot.
Huh.
Well, look at that. That movie,
that's some knowledge.
Movie's all right too.
Did you guys know that Jenna Fisher, aka Pam from The Office, who has a bit role in Slither, was married to James Gunn at the time?
No,
I sure definitely did not know that.
And wrote Dog Soldiers.
She's so talented.
Yeah, that movie has a ton of James Gunn regulars in it. It's great. Really, really fun. And then last one I'm going to throw in is Akira, because that shit holds up. And the animation, especially on all the shit when Tetsuo goes full monster at the end, is incredible by today's standards. I can see why it blew people's fucking minds when it came out.
Yeah, totally.
Because, like, to this day, nothing really looks like Akira.
No.
Like, it's its own thing. It's crazy. Like, it is a benchmark for the medium that I don't think is ever likely to be surpassed.
No.
It's on another level altogether.
And if you ever meet anyone that says that it's overrated, that means they just haven't seen it.
Yeah, and they're not worthy of your friendship.
No.
they're not worthy of your friendship for a moment. Fuck them guys. See ya. All right, so what do we got in the Discord, Kelly? What's happening?
We got. Hang on.
What these fucking degens have to say?
Gotta open the app. All right. Look, they're not Knize posting a picture of Jaws coming at me. Oh, it's scary.
Whoa, spooky Joe.
Well, there he is. Oh, and guess what? The first post up, it's Shark.
Hey, oh, look at that shit.
Synergy.
Number 6, Tremors. Love this movie.
That's a good one.
Fuck yeah.
The mix of the unknown and comedy and slight scariness of it made me love it as a kid. Number 5, Young Frankenstein. Again, I love the comedic flip on most monster movie tropes. That's a good time. I like that movie.
That's a good one.
Banana Reds!
Yup, right there. 4, An American Werewolf in London. That transformation scene still gets me to this day.
Yeah, it's still great.
Number 3, Pacific Rim. Love the monster of the week feel as we progress through the movie. The underwater scenes really add to the unknown factor for the audience. Number 2, A Quiet Place. What a friggin' movie. I find myself trying not to make noise when I'm watching this movie. And number 1, Jurassic Park. Love the eye for details. It's peak Spielberg and the blending of practical and CGI effects. Plus, not seeing most of the dinos added to the anticipation.
Yeah, I think
Would not have considered Jurassic Park a monster movie, but it totally is.
Totally fits.
The way they reveal the dinosaurs is very monster movie. Like you just see a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
You see the eye. Yeah.
And when that theme kicks in,
classic theme.
John Williams' best work.
Mhm.
I do believe. What you got, Jose?
all right, let's go with shout outs to my two hairy bitches, Rawhead Rex and Harry and the Hendersons.
Yes.
I was really wondering where that was going.
I fucking knew it.
Well, I'm glad I did not let down.
Man. Two vastly different movies if you're not aware. I would say if you're doing a movie marathon, start with Harry and the Hendersons, end with
and then
Rawhead
see
Rex.
it go completely wild. And then this is Harry's like wild brother who comes into town. And there needs to be a sequel to both movies that brings them together. All right, number 6, Brotherhood of the Wolf.
God damn it, Glacier.
Knew it.
Fucking love that movie. And it's a very good use when they use the monster of CG and practical back and forth to where CG where it had to be, but practical for the close-ups. So it still gave you that, like, it never took you out.
I never saw that one.
Yeah, me neither. Do you have it, Jose? Can I borrow it?
Yeah, let me get it back from Glacier of WCW fame, who borrowed the fucking Brotherhood of the Wolf and Batman Begins. Because I was like, dude, you got to check these movies out. And they were so good, he never gave them back.
Wouldn't it be fucking hilarious if he borrowed your Brotherhood of the Wolf and Batman Begins, and he ended up being in The Dark Knight?
Yeah. He was up for Bane, and then he hurt his knee.
Yeah.
Number 5, if we're going like, if we're picking the classic movie monsters, Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula is my jam.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I fucking love that movie.
And then I'm gonna go the King Kong Skull Island and the Godzilla. I dig what they're doing with the new versions. That Skull Island was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
Skull Island's great.
So I dig that. He looks good. They're treating him well. Number 3, Gremlins. Even though it's a fucking,
Fuck yeah, Gremlins.
It's got another one of them jams. You hear that music. Even the Gremlins were singing it.
And they're tiny, and they're supposed to be it's kind of a comedy, but they're fucking scary, man.
Yeah, that one gets dark. That kitchen scene, like some bitches died.
Yeah.
That mom will never be the same. She crossed the line and like she saw red. She picked up a fucking shield.
Listen to
that
our
scene and go ahead.
Listen to our Gremlins commentary and watch our Gremlins commentary highlights. Good shit.
It's really good. That's an A-level fucking commentary.
Bringing in number 2, fucking Tremors.
Yes.
That movie's the shit. Like the sequels, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen them all. But
nah, if you're doing a Tremor movie, it better have Kevin Bacon in it.
Yeah, you just do Tremors 1. That's really all you need. Tremors 1, fucking solid.
I want to see another Kevin Bacon Tremors movie before he retires.
Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. I'm not for sure. Did the dad from Family Ties still alive?
Yes, and I believe he was the only one that was like in all of those.
Okay, so if his I was gonna say also number 1, I don't know if he's really, really alive, and I don't know if his character survived, but
like sometimes you're not dead, but you're not all there.
What about Reba?
Reba.
Yeah, I don't think
Did she make
Reba.
it?
I don't think Reba was in the other one.
She wasn't in the other ones.
But they survived the first one
Okay, so then we can bring Reba back. I'm down.
for sure.
Max Reba band.
And
And
if
if
you
she
can't,
doesn't want to do it, let's get fucking Keenan as Reba.
exactly, just Michael Gross and Keenan.
Let's fucking make this thing happen. And fucking locking up my number one childhood favorite. If we're talking monster movies, we're talking Monster Squad because that Wolfman's got nards.
Wolfman does, in fact, have nards.
I fucking love watching that movie growing up.
That's such that Wolfman design is so fucked up. It's so weird. It like doesn't look
It's like bulky, but like
the face is almost like rodent-esque. It's weird. Doesn't
The
look like a
monster
wolf.
designs in that movie are awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
The creature is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking today when I was putting this thing together, it's like, kind of making stuff and taking stuff off the list and whatever. Like, when's the last time there was like a good werewolf movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they were hoping it was that Benicio del Toro one, but
Right.
That one didn't really hit.
Which I'm
like
not
they
seeing.
were.
Like, I don't know if it's good or not. I haven't seen that one, but
It was fine.
It definitely wasn't good enough to like build off of. It wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't what they wanted it to be.
I got an idea for a werewolf movie, but I can't tell you.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring it back, Lee.
Okay.
Is it Lee
Hope
gets
so.
really hairy?
Lee
Well, I gotta
eats
tell you, we're halfway there.
too many. He eats too many potatoes under the harvest moon.
Oh, and then he becomes an Irish werewolf?
Potato wolf
I like it.
or spud
Hashtag
wolf.
Potato wolf.
A fucking were-tater.
Bud wolf. Fuck yeah.
Where tater.
And now this, of course, notwithstanding the cinematic masterpiece that is Wolf Cop and Wolf Cop 2.
Right. Wolf Cop is
Obviously.
very good.
True.
I don't care. Say what you want about the tremendous transformation that American Werewolf in London. Wolf Cop, guy bleeds out of his dick, and then his wolf dick explodes out of his real dick, and you get to see it. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
you tell me which one you think's a better movie.
Which one should be the classic?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? All right. Ben checks in the Discord. It's a shout out to Godzilla, Alien, Predator, The Wolfman, Cronenberg's The Fly, and Basket Case. Basket Case is a good one. Number 6, Annihilation. It's not entirely a monster movie, but the Nightmare Bear was one of the most unsettling creatures I've ever seen on film. Don't know what that is. Never seen that one.
It's the one with Natalie Portman and like Tessa Thompson. It's like an
And no, it's
all-female.
the one that no one understood it. I know that much. It was like, I don't get that movie, but they're probably just dumb.
Yeah, there's
People don't like movies that make you think.
There's some
Yeah,
kind of
I
demon
do
bear.
remember. That's about all I remember. The people didn't like it.
Yeah. Number 5, Gremlins. There you go. Sure, they're mostly played for last, but those scenes that show a ton of them running around forever were quite creepy.
The little teeth.
The little teeth are fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and that kind of negates my point about the puppets, because, like, it's like, you guys, like, that little gesture puppet is not gonna fuck me up, all right? But like a dozen Gremlins, I'm probably not gonna make.
Yeah,
it out
with
of that
claws and teeth. Come on.
Yeah, no, that's not good. Number 4, Ben writes King Kong, one of the more sympathetic movie beasts. Number 3, Nosferatu. Sure, there are sexier vampires out there, but Count Orlok personifies the true horror of vampirism. That movie is fucking boring.
Yeah.
You ever seen the SpongeBob bit about Nosferatu?
No.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird as hell, and it's something that's stuck out to me since I saw it when I was a kid. And there's just this clip, there's a thing. It's like a scary episode, and the lights keep getting turned on and off in the restaurant where SpongeBob works, and they think it's this one guy, and he's like, "Oh, it's not me."
Kelly,
And then,
Kelly. It's called
Yes.
the Krusty Krab.
I know. I was
It's
trying
called
to.
the top clam, Kelly.
Yeah. So then they're like, who's turning on the lights or off and on the lights? And they turn, and there's just like, it looks like a cutout of Nosferatu just turning the lights on and off. And then everyone goes, Nosferatu. And then Nosferatu like smiles and shrugs, and that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, it's very fucking weird. It's real weird. Number 2, The Bride of Frankenstein, an all-around classic featuring 2 iconic monster designs. And number 1, almost made my list, Carpenters the Thing. Nothing scarier than not being able to trust the people around you, especially if one of them may be a horrible shape-shifting alien. I gotta say, I agree.
I'd probably give The Thing number 1 just based on effects.
Yeah, that dog is fucking creepy as hell.
Dogs are creepy.
Oh, fuck. Speaking of, shout out to Cujo. That movie's fucking terrifying.
Oh, that's a good monster movie.
Yeah.
That's a great monster movie. Yeah. No fucking thanks. No thank you. All right. What you got, Kelly?
I got a list of movies.
I bet you they're going to be kaijus in them.
So I tried to stay away from kaijus for the most part. I tried to just go things with specifically a horror bent to them. But there are kaijus that work their way in.
Kelly's like, here's my top 6 monster movies featuring none of my favorite monsters.
So my number 6 is Daiya's Yokai Monster Trilogy. Those came out in, I believe, 68 and 69. Nice. They're Yokai Monsters, 100 Monsters, Yokai Monsters, Spook Warfare, and Yokai Monsters along with Ghosts.
Now, we watched one of these, right?
We might have. I think we did.
I think we might have. Yeah. And if so, real fucking wild.
They're wild. The suits for the yokai are awesome, and the puppets they use for them are really cool. The trilogy itself, like, they're not really like connected. They're more like spiritual sequels to each other, but they're all fun. And Arrow Video recently put out a new box set of all 3 that I have.
Right
and I'm probably gonna spend my weekend watching those and all the bonus features.
Sweet deal.
Yeah. So number 5 is Black Sheep from 2006. This is the werewolf movie, but instead of wolves, it's sheep.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a New Zealand movie.
That's a fun movie.
Yeah. The effects are all done by Weta Workshop, and they were pretty much coming off of Lord of the Rings right around this time. So all the effects look fucking awesome. It's a really cool movie.
Yeah, just a ridiculous thing to follow Lord of the Rings with, this dumb fucking scary sheep movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so cool.
Great.
Number 4, The Thing. I mean, yeah, it rules. Just the head walking around and the spider legs is one of the coolest effects ever.
Dudes.
You guys ever play the PlayStation 2 game for The Thing?
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, so, you play as, it might have been McCreary. It might not be. Probably is McCreary, if I had to guess, obviously. But, like, you're running around, and you kind of have NPCs as your, people that are kind of on your side fighting the monsters or whatever. And periodically, like, one of the people in your party or whatever will just explode into a monster, and you have to fight them, and you never know when it's going to happen or who it's going to happen to. Pretty cool idea. Like, I've never seen anything like that in a game since then. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Let's see. My number 3, which I probably ranked too high, but oh well. It is Giant God Warrior Appears in Tokyo. This is a short film by Shinji Higuchi, directed for Studio Ghibli. This is their first live-action movie, and it is all kind of done with miniatures, and the God Warrior is from Nausicaa, and they're kind of just these crazy, almost Evangelion-looking things, and it's fucking up the entire world, and it's
all right,
like a unfeeling, uncaring monster that is here to kill everything and everyone, and it's really cool. It's just 10 minutes. I don't know if you can find this one on YouTube, but at the very least, you can find clips. It's really cool. Let's see. Number 2, American Werewolf in London. There's so many great bits in this movie. Like, the transformation is the one that everyone talks about. But, like, the scene, the dream scene with the Nazi werewolves is, like, the coolest throwaway scene in potentially any movie ever.
Yeah, just the work involved in it You know what I mean? Like just the crowd for what really doesn't amount to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Nika's making a figure of the Nazi werewolves, and I kind of want one. I might have to pick that up. And then my number one, Shin Godzilla. Like it's gonna happen. It's monsters. It's what are you gonna do?
I mean, obviously,
one of my favorite movies ever. Godzilla's scary as hell because he's just a force of nature, and he's gonna fuck you up real bad. Again, it's one. I've said it before on the show. It's one of those movies where if you don't like it, I know to discount your opinions on movies.
I think it's important to have those movies.
Yeah, we all gotta have those.
Yeah. You're entitled to your opinion, but it's also possible that it's fucking wrong.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Fucking solid list, Kelly.
Oh, thank you.
Proud of you. What's next on Discord, Knize?
All right, we got one. So all of these movies are going to be before 1970. Enjoy. Number 6, Dracula from 1931. It's fresh in my head since I watched it last night. It still holds up for me. What do you mean it still holds up for you? Since you were a child?
Probably does.
From when I saw it in the theater.
From when you paid a nickel to see Dracula?
What the fuck?
Like, I don't know. No, it doesn't. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe I'm an asshole, but I find it hard to believe that anything made 100 years ago was like, no, it's still good. No, it's probably not.
Right, exactly.
Probably not.
Number 5, Gojira, parentheses, Godzilla. The one that started it all for the big lizard that would go on to star in many more movies, comics, animated series, toys, etc., etc. A great accomplishment for a creature born out of the hatred of America dropping the bomb on Hiroshima. Is that true?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Number 4, The Thing, Carpenter's version. It's an awesome movie about trust. Or lack thereof. 3, Nightbreed. Who are the real monsters? This movie answers that question. Only watch the director's cut.
Can't confirm.
Number 2, Cloverfield. The only good thing to come from the first live-action Transformers movie was this trailer for this movie. The mystery surrounding it up until its release was great. Everything from the viral marketing leading up to the endless hours spent after the movie came out trying to see if there was really something in the air that can be seen from the window of the train. Marketing for this movie was great. The movie itself was great.
Remember when people worked themselves into a shoot thinking that was a Voltron movie?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wild.
Sure do.
And number 1 on Juan's list.
For no reason. There's no reason to ever think that was the case.
No. Yeah, it's insane.
Number 1 on Juan's list. Mother! Exclamation point. An amazing allegory for the creation in which we are shown how big of a dick God is. In other words, the original monster.
Mother!
That's what that movie's about.
Spoiler
I
alert.
did not know that's what that movie was about.
Tell children not to walk my way. Can you tell me what a meme is, what they say? Did you guys hear that story?
No.
That only
I don't know
very
what's
recently, one of Danzig's assistants was asked by Glenn Danzig himself, what is a meme?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Tell him about TikTok.
Tell him he is a meme. The one of him on the bench holding the kitty cat. Or something.
He is.
I know he's like walking with the cat litter or something.
That's probably why he asked.
What?
Oh, right, yeah.
They keep calling me a meme. What the fuck does that mean?
Is it cool?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man, it's cool. It's real cool.
I'm a meme, y'all.
I'm Mimi Poppins, y'all.
What you got, Mahoney?
All right. My list. I don't remember much about this movie, but I have very fond memories of it. I remember watching all of the classic Universal Pictures monster movies, and then this one stands out among the rest. So at number 6 on my list, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Nice.
I don't know why I enjoyed it so much, but I really enjoyed it a lot. So putting that on there.
Because was Lightning McQueen in it?
Might have been.
Again, like, I don't know. It's probably not that good. Like, it's probably not great.
Probably not. I don't know, but I really enjoyed it when I watched it. So
Fuck your mom,
I'm sticking with it.
I mean, most of the shit we watched when we were young isn't good anymore, but you know.
That's true. That's true.
Except for
Precedent.
fucking Monster Squad.
Goddamn right.
Which, speaking of, number 5 on my list, fucking Monster Squad.
Nice.
That movie's great. I absolutely love the part at the end where they're trying to get the spell cast, and then the girl's like, "No, the shit I did in the car doesn't count." Like,
Yeah.
I am a virgin. It's like, oh, okay.
I only blew those 9 dudes.
Yeah. Like, they're like, "Oh, we need a virgin to read the spell," and she's reading it, and nothing's happening. And then finally
Yeah,
the brother's like, "Wait a minute." And she's like, "What? No, the thing I did with Bobby doesn't count."
Yeah. She's like, but it was
Phenomenal.
in the butt.
Yeah, just phenomenal. Great. Number 4 is a movie that I have great memories of from like high school, which is Anaconda.
Hell yeah!
Fucking don't want none unless you
Fuck
have
yeah,
one
Anaconda!
Like,
What
that
a
movie's great.
what a classic piece of shit that is, but I
Who
love
was it?
it.
There was Ice
Absolutely.
Cube and Lopez?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
John Voight.
John Voight.
and Owen Wilson.
Oh, I don't even
man.
remember Owen Wilson.
Was he the
is
camera
Michelle Rodriguez in it too? Maybe
She
Michelle
might
Rodriguez. Maybe. Yeah.
It sounds about
Yeah.
right.
That fucking snake pukes up John Voight, and then he
Yup.
blinks for a second.
Yup.
Like, what the fuck?
Eric
gross.
Stoltz was in it.
Yeah.
Eric Stoltz had the thing swim up his pee hole.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking nuts.
Yes. Owen Wilson wowing his way through Anaconda.
There he is.
Wow. This snake's really tight. Wow. Fucked your mom, shit lips. Don't tell that to a snake.
You could tell it to a snake. If you're gonna tell it to anybody, you may as well tell it to a
Fuck,
snake.
man. Anaconda is great.
It is great.
Yeah.
It's a good time. My number 3, we're on 3, is Resident Evil.
Ah.
That first one, I really enjoy that first Resident Evil movie.
They got a remake coming out. Like a reboot. I don't
Yeah,
and
this one's
it
more
looks
like
like the
based on the
game.
games. It
Yeah.
looks cool.
I think there's someone in Hollywood where if they're not constantly making a new Resident Evil movie, they'll die like a shark. So
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Hey,
I can see
Chris and Jill from Resident Evil in Fortnite now. Just saying.
Yep.
Yep.
I never was into the games, but I really like that movie. It's
See, I was into the games, and I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, this is barely Resident Evil.
right.
well, yeah, it's basically just like, what if a bunch of army commandos fought a bunch of monsters? I'm like,
Right.
okay, let's do it.
My favorite thing about that first Resident Evil movie is everything up until it becomes a zombie movie. Like them getting into the facility, the lasers that cut them into a bunch of bits.
Right,
Oh, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all of it is just a good time. It's
But,
a
you know,
good
to be
time.
fair, if they did make it like Resident Evil, the movie would be derailed. Mila Jovovich goes into a room, and she's like, wait a minute. I need 3 keys, but one key has a star on it, one key has a... Who the fuck designed this lab? Like, what the hell is this place? Those games are silly.
Yeah. They're very strange, but the movie's good. All right, my number 2 is a movie that we've talked about in here before. I don't know that many of you have seen it, but I absolutely loved it. It's The 13th Warrior.
Antonio
And
Banderas.
Banderas.
Exactly.
I didn't
Antonio
even know there were
Banderas.
monsters in that movie. I had no idea.
No.
There are. That's the whole thing. So,
Okay.
Antonio Banderas, he's joined up with this band of, sword-swinging warriors to fight off monsters that are raiding a town. And then they have to, hunt them down into, the cave where they live, and it's great. It's a good time.
All right.
Highly recommended. And my number 1, the Brendan Fraser Mummy movie. I love that movie.
Those
Yeah.
love that movie.
That
Those-
movie is tremendous.
those
I'd
are
watch
having
that
a
movie
resurgence.
right now. I would hang up and watch that movie.
I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah.
No, that movie's great.
That movie came out right when I was working at the movie theater, so I saw that a lot.
Yep. It's so good. It's like everything you want in that type of movie, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's really great.
Like, it had some of the bad, like, Michael Bay cheesiness to it, but it was very earnest most of the way around.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
it's like, I don't know, like, when it does get campy, it embraces the camp, which I think you have to do if you're gonna do it. I don't know. I like the movie a lot. I think
I love it.
The tone and the split in that tone, I think, is excellent. No, great
If you
pick.
show me a movie like fucking Jungle Cruise, like if you show me a movie and I'm like, oh, that looks like The Mummy, like I'm in.
Mahoney, have you ever seen this one movie series, Indiana Jones?
Yes.
Pretty cool. Very
Pretty
mummy
good.
vibes.
Very mummy-like, yes.
Fucking great. That's awesome. All right, let's see. Who's next on Discord, Knize?
Vetter is last up on Discord. Shout out to the Lost Boys, because I'm not sure if it counts as a monster movie or not, as well as the Universal Monster Universe. My wife would also like to shout out to Tremors.
Right on.
Number 6, 20 Million Miles to Earth. Classic black and white stop motion 50s movie. A space monster is stranded on Earth and ends up on a rampage trying to escape the other monster. Man.
Never even heard of it.
Nope, not once.
Number 5, The Fly. Grossly terrorizing. Delivered one of the most memorable lines, "Help me." And one of the coolest Universal Studios Orlando attractions. Number 4, Monsters vs. Aliens. I wanted to include an animated movie, and it was between this, Hotel Transylvania, and Monsters Inc., but Monsters vs. Aliens was more enjoyable for me.
Did not care
I
for
thought
that
about
one.
Monsters Inc.
Yeah, Monsters Inc. was on my short list.
Lee,
too.
you don't even like storks. You don't like animated movies.
I fucking love animated movies.
Do you like
Come on.
storks?
To be fair, haven't seen Storks, but I'm very offended by the premise. It's real stupid.
What about Boss Baby 2? What are your thoughts?
Oh, fuck your whole fucking life. Fucking Boss Baby.
Number 3, Gremlins, because monsters are worse when there's a horde of them.
That's a natural fact.
Shout out to Critters 2, where all the critters form a giant critters ball.
Fuck
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, tits in that one for sure. Classic,
Tits and staples.
classic horror movie tits in Critters 2. Number 2, Nosferatu, the OG of monster films. Still my favorite vampire movie. Fuck off!
That movie is unwatchable boring.
Yeah, the first time I was like, let it go, it's not worth it. But that movie sucks. Like, you don't like Nosferatu. You absolutely don't like Nosferatu. I don't believe it. I don't buy it for a second.
He says,
Nosferatu.
He says, I feel that this version of Dracula is more monster than the traditional vampires.
Ugh.
And number 1, he might bring you back around, Mahoney.
No.
How do you go from Nosferatu at number 2 to Monster Squad at number 1?
Let's see. Which one do I like more? Monster Squad or Nosferatu? Like, get out of here.
Goonies meet monsters. It has the all-star lineup of monsters: Dracula, Frankenstein, Werewolf, Mummy, and the creature from the Black Lagoon. And it taught the world that what? The Wolfman does indeed have long balls.
Yep,
Dip into
that's
the
what they
Vegas
say.
toilets.
Dunks them right in. Bloop.
Just like some sleepy time tea, just steeping them.
Just dunking them in. Call them the old Dunkaroos.
I just picture you coming to bed afterwards, and Mary's like, "What's going on?" And you're like, "Oh, yeah, my balls are just soaking in the toilet." And she's like, "Oh, that's gross. Did you like need a towel?" And you're like, "No, it'll be fine." And she's like, "Oh,
They'll air dry.
I got wet balls.
Yeah, most of the time I do.
Mary, wake up. Mary, my balls are wet. I dunked them in the water on accident. It was really cold.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
you
hey.
can go back to sleep.
Nosferatu is also on YouTube.
Of course.
Well,
Of
that's
course.
public domain.
Because
all 1 hour and 20 minutes. Which, by the way, it is a silent picture, which I forgot about.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What was that one
It's your
with-
favorite monster movie. Fuck out of here.
William Dafoe, where the
Shadow-
movie was
The Lighthouse.
it was Shadow of the
Shadow
Vampire, which was like
that
the
movie's
behind.
also boring.
Yeah,
as
that
fuck.
movie
Like,
sucked.
Yep.
Yeah, that was such a disappointment. Because like the premise is fucking cool, but it just didn't like go anywhere. It was like we were actually working.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like we were going to work to watch this movie. It was bullshit.
Should have seen Snatch instead again.
Yeah, no shit.
All right, you want me to finish this up?
Finish it.
Yeah, I
Let's
felt
go.
like after you started talking, I'm like, oh shit, he's the only one that hasn't gone, and I made him do one now.
It's
I feel
fine.
bad
It's
about
all
it.
Yeah.
right. It's fine.
Lee, you stupid bitch.
No.
I fucked up.
Ruined the
Sorry,
whole thing.
I got Nosferatu playing in this other window, and I'm just getting mad.
Let's just end the show. Lee missed the handoff.
Lee,
Just end it.
you are
I
loved.
Fucked it up.
All right. I want to shout out Colossal, which came out in 2016.
Oh, fuck yeah,
It's
Colossal.
Anne Hathaway and Jason Sudeikis. Spoiler alert: as two giant kaiju destroying China or Japan, I forget which one it is. Really
incredible,
interesting, cool kaiju movie with some real interesting twists. Number 5, I wasn't sure I was gonna like this, and I didn't watch it until it was on home video. But man, I fucking love Pacific Rim, and those kaiju, even though they kind of all have a very similar like gray palette to them. The designs are so interesting and cool, and they keep getting bigger and bigger and having fucked up powers and shit.
That movie rocks.
I still haven't
Very
seen the second Pacific Rim, but
I haven't
It's
either,
not
and
as
I've been
good.
told don't bother.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not very good.
Like
The robots aren't as good. The monsters aren't as good. Like John Boyega is the lead as Idris Elba's son. You know, the one he never talks about. Or
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
first movie. Yeah, it's real dumb.
my number 4, my favorite of all of the new legendary MonsterVerse movies, and that's Skull Island with a bullet.
Oh, for
so
sure.
good.
100%. The
But
best
I
one.
also want to shout out the Kong versus T-Rex fight from the Peter Jackson King Kong while we're talking Skull Island, because that is a great monster fight.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Some of the other shit in the Peter Jackson King Kong is a little sketchy, but that T-Rex fight you don't fuck with.
What, you don't like watching them slip around on the ice?
And then
Learning to have fun at Christmas time?
besides
That shit was
just
like 3 hours and change, too,
Yeah, it
wasn't it?
was.
Like, just
Yeah,
way too fucking
Fucker was
long.
long.
besides Kong, obviously, but I love the diversity of the monsters in Skull Island. Like, you see a lot of shit, and he
Yeah.
murders a lot of them. So that's cool.
The skull crawlers are so cool.
Yeah. I've tried to keep my excitement at bay when anyone else has listed this on their list, but my number 3 has got to be Tremors. Like, I remember seeing that in the theater and just being blown away, and it's scary, it's funny, it's practical effects.
It's got a lot going for it.
Oh, when they explode those graboids and it's just like orange viscera everywhere. Amazing stuff. My number 2, Shark mentioned it earlier, but Jurassic Park. The T-Rex, one of the greatest movie monsters of all time. But then
Never would have thought of it, but it totally works.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
does.
then you look at the Velociraptors, the Dilophosaur. Like, you want to talk about diversity of monsters? Like, across the board, they had some of the coolest monsters. And I think when you get further into the series, especially the Jurassic World movies, it becomes less about being a monster movie and more about, look at all these fucking dinosaurs. Check this shit out. Like, they didn't understand what worked so well with Jurassic Park, but you can only do that
made
once.
It made you work for it in
Yeah.
the first one. Like, what I think of what there's like something like 18 minutes of dinosaurs or something like that. Like, it's not a lot.
And it's all out of necessity because the animatronics kept breaking. The CGI was, super early for its time. But then with the most recent Jurassic World movie, they could just CGI everything. So there's you don't got to work for it, And my number one, nobody has mentioned this one. And I'll be damned if this is not a monster movie, because there are 3, count them, 3 gigantic, amazing monsters in the first act of the movie, and it is Star Wars Return of the Jedi. You got Jabba the Hutt, the Rancor monster, and the Sarlacc pit, all in the first act. Like, all of those Star Wars movies are basically monster movies, but Return of the Jedi more than anything.
I'll buy it.
Monsters in that movie. A lot of good monsters.
Remember when we dropped a Sarlacc pit on Soviet-era Russia?
Yes.
We do a long time, you guys.
And
that's a very long time.
And yes, for those that are listening, I will be getting the HasLab Rancor. Just trying to figure out at this point how many I'm gonna get.
Oh,
yeah.
Because
I wish like hell I'd gotten 3 of those spawns, like 2 to keep and 1 to flip, like because the value on them is.
Oh, the Kickstarter spawn.
Yeah. I wish I'd gotten like 3 of those.
How much are they going for right now? Because I haven't opened mine.
I mean, like at least double.
Nice.
Like at least double.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing, like the HasLab Sentinels are on the aftermarket are going for twice what you paid for on HasLab. So my thought is, if I can buy 2 Rancors and flip 1, I can essentially get my Rancor for free.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'd say your chances of doing that are all but guaranteed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 99%. Like every single one of these things is always double.
Yeah. And the campaign ends early December, and the Rancor doesn't ship until 2023. So
Jesus.
People are gonna be hungry for it once it starts shipping.
Yeah. So I think that's a solid plan.
Yeah. Well, that's our top 6 for this week. No plans for next week yet, but I'm sure we'll figure something out at the last minute.
Yeah.
Like we do.
Lee'll come up with an idea and then butcher it in his head and come up with something else.
I think worst case scenario, next week we do Anaconda commentary.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like top 6 sandwiches. And he's gonna get here and be like, let's talk top 6 sandy places. Let's go.
Okay.
All right. He says, all right, motherfuckers. I remember that.
Oh, shit. So I completely missed my number 6. I went from my shout out to my number 5. My number 6 was The Mist.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And that's
I
all
thought you
kinds
said the Miz at first.
That's all kinds of crazy monsters.
Pinhead Miz.
The Miz is making a run for best movie monster these days.
Did they always used to dress up in crazy costumes on Dancing with the Stars?
They've always dressed up in crazy costumes. I don't know if anyone has done as much like horror makeup as the Miz has, because he's been the Genie, he's been Scar from The Lion King, and he's been Pinhead.
Yeah,
he's going all out. He's going for that dub.
Yeah, you know what? I hope he does it.
He's like, I'm gonna be so cool they'll never eliminate me.
Just as long as he doesn't have to catch anybody.
Yep.
Oh, too soon. All right, let's talk comics. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm quite keen on comic books, especially the ones about superheroes.
Y'all hear that he's keen?
I'm real far behind on comics, you guys. I'm fucking cutting stuff viciously. I'm like, all right, yeah. I'm a recon doing my comic book reading. It's like, this should spark joy. If not, I ain't got time for it.
My brain is also room temperature applesauce, because Lee said he's cutting a bunch of comics, and I just imagined him with some scissors and a bunch of floppies and just cutting out letters and pictures.
I'm making my own.
Yeah. See, in this one, Hellboy fights Batman. But, like, you know, also, like, Spider-Man is there swinging around the background. I had to cut this one real small and put it back. Oh fuck, he's cracked it. He's fucking cracked, y'all. No. I'm real far behind on shit. Last thing that I read that was kind of a little high profile worth talking about is I'm kind of digging this weird thing they're doing with Spider-Man. For the new kind of jump off with the big collective of peoples or whatever.
Yeah. So what do you think of the end of the Nick Spencer run?
It happened.
Did you like the big retcon as much as I did?
It was weird. Like I don't understand. Like when you can tell literally any story you want, I don't know why that's the one that he picked. It's very strange.
Because he too wanted to be rid of that story in the canon.
Yeah, I guess so. But like that kind of is indicative of his entire Spider-Man run, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's like, why this?
Why this?
Yeah, why this exact? And sometimes it was good, but sometimes it was not. It was wildly inconsistent, which is kind of why I kept reading it, because you kind of never knew what you were going to get.
Yeah, because you might drop it and then it'll be awesome.
Yeah. Or it might be more fucking Kindred, which felt like it went on for 7,000 years.
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't know, it was weird. Like, I wasn't mad about it, but it was very, very weird. But to the point to where, like, when they got to, 75 and they referenced, Harry dying, I'm like, wait, Harry died? Because, like, I thought the end of that fight, so much shit was kind of happening, and there were so many clones around.
There was a lot of stuff in there I missed.
I'm like, wait, Harry died during that fight? Okay, if you fucking say so.
Hey, remember when they just killed Boomerang real quick?
Yeah. Like, all right, I guess that happened. Okay.
Like one of the big characters in the series is just like, yeah, he's dead now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Real weird.
Remember when Moreland showed up and it was like no big deal?
Yeah, when like every time Moreland shows up, it should be a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
He was just kind of there hanging out in the background. Like, oh, okay. Very weird. Very, very weird. But we got Ben Reilly back now, which is cool. I always like Ben Reilly.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I enjoyed the Scarlet Spider run that they did a few years ago. I like that. And like the how and why that he gets to be Spider-Man now is kind of crazy. So this company, the Beyond Corporation, bought a whole bunch of other shit up, and including the intellectual property rights to Spider-Man, because they bought up Parker Industries after he sold it all at the end of Slot's run. So I'm like, all right, that's kind of clever. So this company owns Spider-Man, and they fucking got Ben Reilly to be their Spider-Man. And so that they're both running around doing Spider-Man shit, but then he got a bunch of fucking toxic gas, so I think that's how they're going to write him out for a while, which makes sense. Give the poor boy a break.
Yeah, he deserves a break.
And I hate Ben's fucking suit, though. That spider over like on the right side of his chest or whatever, it feels like it's in the wrong place every time I see it, and I hate it.
Yeah,
like,
that's weird.
I really don't like it. Like it's fucking up everything. Like I just can't like being like having to draw that and try to remember where the hell it's supposed to be on his body. It must be a huge pain in the ass. Bums me out. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be cool. And again, it's a real fucking murderer's row of talent they got on this book coming up. So I'm excited to see what they do. It'll be very cool. And it was time. Like, they needed a shake up on that book for sure. So I'm
sure.
into it. And then, I guess Batman's still cool. Real fucking weird, but still pretty cool. What you got, Kelly?
So I read DC's Inferior 5 series. And this book was coming out right before the pandemic happened. And because of that, it was originally supposed to be a 12-issue miniseries. Only 4 issues of it ever came out. I guess 5 and 6 were released digitally. I was not aware of that until I picked up the trade, which had the 6 issues. So it was just interesting seeing the creative team was Keith Giffen and Jeff Lemire.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it was they co-wrote it together, and then Giffen did the art on the main story, and then there is a Peacemaker backup that was written and drawn by Lemire. and the stories kind of intersected by the end, and it was cool.
All right.
The story basically ends with because it all takes place in this one town called Dangerfield, and it's about like people are experimenting with them. It's basically a sequel to Invasion. You remember Invasion, Lee, from the 90s?
Vaguely, Jesus.
Actually, no.
So,
early
water alien things.
Yeah, like the Dominators.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, so this is like a weird sequel to Invasion. So like the Dominators are in there and they're like experimenting on people and shit. And there's a bunch of cool ideas. And like they clearly do not get to go with all of them because the whole book got cut in half essentially.
Right.
And so in the final issue, it's basically everyone talking about how, oh, we had a bunch of cool ideas, but sometimes just everything gets destroyed and you can't do it. And like the government operatives are like, we were doing this whole plan. Like, what do we have? What's happening? And they're like, oh, they're destroying the city and paving over it. Now it's gonna be Gotham West. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess. So the book ends with them being mad that everything got canceled and turned into Batman books.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, it was
that's
really
pretty
funny.
good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I wish we could have seen what the full 12-issue series was going to be, but hey, the 6-issue version was an interesting read at the very least.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like I can't say it's like a good comic I'd recommend to people, but I found it very interesting because the first 4 issues or so are really cool with a lot of promise. The Jeff Lemire Peacemaker stuff's pretty rad, but yeah, it doesn't get to pay off. It's going to be an interesting pandemic era comic to look back on in a few years.
Yeah. So just quite literally just doesn't get the chance to pay off.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was cool.
Right.
I finally got to read somewhat of a conclusion to it.
Huh. What a weird thing to do. To do that. You know what I mean? To finish it out even that way. Very odd. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess the issues 5 and 6 came out digitally. I had never heard of that and the only reason I found out was when I looked in the legal text of the trade, and it said, originally published as Inferior 5 1 through 4, and then published digitally as Inferior 5 5 and 6. And I was like, oh shit, okay.
That's so bizarre. Okay.
Yeah.
Neat. What you got? We're talking about, Knize? Anything striking your fancy?
Yes, I have to talk about this video that Mahoney just shared. Holy shit, you guys.
It's so good. And you're like, oh wow. After this it won't be good. And there is no after this it won't be good. It just gets better and better.
From @NuevoSantos on Twitter, it gets worse the longer you watch, and it is a video. So let's watch.
Okay.
It's a U-Haul truck pulling into what looks like a parking garage.
That's too low.
Hits that bar coming in.
High enough.
Oh,
no.
I think you just need to gun it, buddy.
Oh,
did we hit something? Why don't you slam it in reverse and just fucking gun it that way? Let's try that now. Oh, that's not good. Looks like there's something spraying.
What?
Oh, no.
Aggressiveness with which he hits the gas pedal is
Gas again.
Like, you're not just tapping the gas. He's like, let me fucking floor it.
Oh, now they're stuck.
There, we've definitely broken something.
Trying to do a
you might want to get
50-point
back in
turn.
that truck because there is shit water coming down now.
Oh
If
my
you watch
god!
closely in the back right, another car like drives in around them.
Yeah.
Another car's like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but I gotta park.
And it's still going.
Oh yeah.
And the only solution the driver knows is forward or backward.
He's not cutting the wheels at all either. He's just driving straight forward and backward into these walls.
He cut the wheel at one point, but he cut it the wrong direction.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh, does this video then with the driver just killing himself?
Look, there goes the other car.
There's the other car.
They're like,
oh
fuck
my
off.
god.
And there's just a mist of shit water pouring down.
Oh my god.
Just a nice, pleasant sewer water
They're
mist.
still like, I don't know. Why don't you try backing up and then maybe pull forward? This guy's looking over his shoulder into the back of a fucking.
No, get back in the car.
Like, there is no looking over your shoulder. Behind you is the U-Haul. Like, you can't see anything. All right, they think they've got it. They're trying to pull under the pipe. They're like, let's just pull under the pipe.
Gun it, man.
Go real slow. Back up a little bit. Okay, perfect. And smash. They finally fucking done it. All he had to do was reverse. All he had to do was back out of the garage, and he was fine. He was like, no, fuck it, I'm going for it. Like, what is in that truck that's so important that you have to keep trying to get forward?
I don't think they're going to get the deposit back on that truck.
I don't know if they're moving in or what, but
shit.
I feel like the people are going to be like, yeah, why don't you not unpack? Why don't you go ahead and just get the fuck out of here?
Well, I mean, all their stuff smells like shit now.
Oh my god.
That's one of my nightmares, is just not having control of a large truck like that.
I feel like they had control of the truck. They just didn't know what to do with it.
With one of my internships leaving college, I was working on a set, and I was just doing kind of grunt work, and one of the things they had me doing was going and picking up props and furniture and shit like that. So at one point they're like, here's the keys to the U-Haul, get the fuck out of here, go get that thing. And I'm pretty sure I backed the U-Haul into the building.
Oh, pretty sure?
Pretty sure. I never really like double checked. At that point in my life, I figured if I didn't see it, it didn't happen. I just ran away from my problems.
That's a good move.
I was like, that building, me backing up into that building is kind of like my credit card debt. Just pretend it's not there.
No, it's a good move. Good move. I appreciate that. Good stuff. Whew. Boy, that got me. That was a whole thing there.
It's wonderful. I didn't notice the first time I watched it, the passenger turning around to look behind him. Like he was going to be like, hang on. Is it clear? Oh, right. I can't see anything. There's a wall behind me.
Did you guys see this anti-masker get absolutely posterized?
Oh, I saw that. Like, he flew across that floor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that punch was awesome.
This when you discriminate, we're gonna fuck your restaurant up. We're
gonna fuck your restaurant up.
He's wearing little fingerless gloves.
You go fuck it. You want to do something? No, I don't want to do anything. Don't get on my feet. Don't get on my feet. I don't want
Fuck
to do anything.
you, Jeff Bezos. Wrecked.
I love that dude's just like, I've had enough of this nonsense.
Yeah.
That's assault.
That's the best part. The guy who just threatened to come back and trash their restaurant is now screaming and crying about assault.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now the law's important. Sure. Not enough people get punched in the face these days.
No.
I think that's great.
I've been saying that literally for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the truth. Yeah.
If you act like that in a restaurant, you should. If you act like that anywhere, you should absolutely expect to be punched in the face.
Just get fucking clocked, and if you get clocked enough times,
you stop acting.
The next time you go do some goofy shit, you're like, I might get clocked if I do this. Maybe I won't do. Yeah. No, fucking that guy's a fucking hero.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the things that should, like, if he does be like, hey, I just got assaulted, the police should watch that video and be like, yeah, but,
Get a hit coming.
Yeah, like
I can kind of see why.
We got this 90-second video of you pretty much deserving it, so we're not going to really do anything here. Put some ice on it.
We're going to call this even.
And if he would press assault charges, the first dude he shoves should absolutely press assault charges.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's kind of a bitch, though. For being like, I can't let no. But he was also an old-ass man, so I'll let it go.
Well, yeah, he was an old man. He was like, please stop yelling at this, like, young woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Like a normal person would do.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then the other guy's like, no, I've had enough of this.
From across the restaurant.
It's like, I'm over here trying to fucking get down on my moons over my hammy, and this asshole's just yelling and screaming. You know what? Fuck this. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hold my maple syrup.
I love it. If you see some belligerent dude screaming at what appeared to be like a fairly young lady and an old man.
Yeah. Probably,
lay him out on the ground.
Probably a Denny's hostess who was just telling him to put a mask on.
You know, the bare minimum.
Yep. And some 70-year-old dude, and now he's shoving that guy, and you're just like, you know what? I got this.
Yeah. And then you get free Grand Slams for life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. What an asshole. What a huge gaping asshole that guy is.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it hurt. Hey, that was fun. What you got, Jose? You got any awesome videos to watch?
I do not, but I did watch the What If Ultron won?
Nice.
And that was a fucking wild trip.
Yeah.
Right.
Not to not spoiling anything, but that was visually fucking pretty cool.
Yeah.
Would definitely watch with mushrooms.
When Ultron defeats the Avengers and then the portal opens up and Thanos comes walking out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, what is that?
So you haven't watched the conclusion to that yet, have you?
No.
Okay.
No. We watched that one during dinner.
Nice.
Yeah, the only one of those I watched the first one. So the Captain Carter one. Like, all right, that's fun. It's a good time.
I do believe that they are going to play way more into everything than like just throwaways.
Yeah, actually means something.
Like you'll be able to watch the movies without them, but at the same time, I do think this will explain a lot of the shit that they're going to start playing around with.
Here's hoping.
Fucking said everything matters. They said so.
Because that fucking the Killmonger one, like that leaves it perfect to where they don't got to explain shit.
Oh,
I don't know exactly what they're doing with Black Panther 2, but they could piggyback right off of that and go right
Wouldn't
into
that be wild if they just were like, oh yeah, Superboy punched some walls and shit's different now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But very cool. So is how many more do I got? One or two?
One.
Just
one
one.
more? Okay. Nice. Okay, so then
What a time to be alive.
we'll wrap that up during dinner tomorrow. But very cool. Very fun. That one was a lot of fun.
Less than a month till Hawkeye.
Wow.
Yeah.
So fucking hype.
And then what's the next movie? Is it
Eternals comes out in a
Spider-Man?
week.
But yeah, Eternals comes out like next week.
Oh,
Man, I
Eternals.
couldn't give any less of fuck.
Not even after you spoiled yourself on the post-credit scene, Kelly?
Nope.
I haven't heard any high praise yet.
I
No,
did
me
see
neither.
the spoiler for the credit scene though.
Yeah.
Did you see the spoiler about Hiroshima?
Yes.
No.
I just saw that now on Instagram.
What is that, Kelly?
There's a kind of a joke that one of them has like time abilities and he may have been able to stop Hiroshima, but he showed up like right after the bomb went off and it was like, no. So yeah.
Those kooky, crazy Eternals. I also have not seen any high praise for it. I've seen a lot of people being like, it's so different and it's refreshing, and it's like, okay. That sounds like a
refreshing.
lot.
What the
like,
fuck does refreshing mean? Oh, it's so refreshing from the amazing stories they were telling.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god!
Exactly.
Can somebody please give me a fresh take on
Like,
something already?
give me a break from these wonderful movies that have been coming out for a decade plus.
Oh my god! Can somebody please cleanse my palate from Winter Soldier? It's just blah.
Yeah. I did have one person, I think it was a tweet, said something of like, it's unique, it's this, it's blah, it's the closest thing Marvel has to a DC film, and I was like, ugh,
What the fuck does that even mean?
Stop talking.
Why would I want that?
Yeah, I was like, delete tweet from my
The
feed.
closest thing to a DC movie?
Which is a real shame, because the Icarus, or is it whatever, the Richard Madden guy looks great. Like, he looks great.
He got a big ol' hog.
Yeah, they had to customize his costume to cover his dick. Like, he looks great. Like, it should be
I'm sure
great.
it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be, yeah, exactly. I'm sure it'll be fine. Like,
Man,
it'll
being
help. It
2.5
might be great.
hours is a real big turnoff.
I need to see Shang-Chi before I see Eternals.
They got so many fucking characters, though. Like, it kind of needs to be long, because you got, like, 9 primary characters you've never seen before.
How many of them will I care about?
Fucking rock.
Yeah, I don't think I'll care about a single one of them.
I'm going to care about Kumail Nanjiani, and that's it. That's all I have time for.
Because if it's anything like the comic Eternals, I'm not going to give a shit.
Maybe Salma Hayek's character. Did you guys know Salma Hayek has multiple sclerosis?
No.
No.
Yeah. Apparently.
If I'm being honest, I didn't know Salma Hayek was in this movie.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
I don't know a lot about Salma Hayek.
The two big stars are Angelina Jolie and Salma Hayek.
I had no idea she's in this movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you think they'll? How much screen time do you think? Like, the two big stars is, the Cersei chick and Richard Madden.
Oh no. They're going to be the main
Angelina
characters.
Jolie's going to be in this movie for about 14 minutes, maybe tops.
Icarus and Cersei will be the main characters, but Salma Hayek and Angelina Jolie are the biggest stars in it.
I suppose. I think that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
How refreshing.
Yeah.
Change of pace.
It is kind of
Finally.
funny. The comment about it's Marvel's first DC movie is because DC would hire all those name actors first before the movie got off the ground, and Angelina Jolie
like,
and
now
Salma
what?
Hayek are huge stars.
It is. So, Lee, you just had the thing about, like, well, of course it's long. There's 8 brand new characters to introduce. And I feel like that is an actual quote that people were using for, like, Batman versus Superman. Of like, well, of course it took a long time. They had to completely introduce Batman and Wonder Woman and all, like, it's like, okay.
Yeah, but also it's Batman and Superman.
Yeah.
Like, we know those.
Fair.
Like, I don't
You know what was
all about a Cersei. Like,
what my breaking point was for Eternals, where I just went totally fuck this movie. It was when Mahoney sent us that headline where it turns out that fucking Game of Thrones dude never actually gets to be Black Knight in the movie.
To be the Black Knight. And I was livid. It was like 2.5 fucking hours.
Yeah.
And I can't get this guy holding the sword. Like, really?
Yeah, that was my
Couldn't fit it
breaking
in?
point, where I was just like, you know what? Fuck this movie.
I gotta wait for Eternals 2 in 2027. Like, okay.
fucking ridiculous. All right, what you got, Mahoney?
All right, so I have been watching. I've already forgotten what service I watched them on. I think it was HBO Max. All of the Final Destination movies are streaming.
Nice.
And those movies are so good. That's such a good time.
I recently watched, before we did, while we were doing the Olympics, I watched the scene where the chick is doing the balance beam in gymnastics.
Steps on the nail.
Oh.
For the screw. Yeah. So I had never seen that one. So that was Final Destination 5. And I watched, 1 and 2 and 3, and I got to 4, and I was like, yeah, I definitely remember 4. And then 5 started, and I was like, I've never seen this. Like, I don't know why I just decided that I was not going to watch Final Destination 5 after having seen every other one, but, like, I've never seen this. This is all brand new to me. And it's not, spoiler warning for this decade-old movie. But it ends with them getting on the plane to fly to France from the first movie. It's a fucking prequel.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Whoa.
And it blew my mind. I was like, this movie is not good. Like, I can understand why they never made another one. And then, like, the whole thing, the guy's a chef. Like, he works at this, like, office job, but he's trying to be a chef, and he's got this apprenticeship in France, and the girlfriend's like, I'm going to break up with you, so you go to France because you won't leave me. And he's like, why don't you just come to France? And then this whole, Final Destination death problem happens, and they got to deal with that. And then the movie ends, and they're like, finally, on the plane to France, this is going to be great. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then some kid starts freaking out about everybody's got to get off the plane, and they just start dragging them out. And I'm like, this is the fucking plane from the first movie. Like, this all takes place before the first movie.
I had no idea. Like, no fucking idea that was a thing. Wow. All right.
Changed my opinion on the whole movie. The rest of it, trash. Absolutely terrible. There is a scene in that one when some girl goes to get LASIK, and they strap her in, and then, everything goes wrong, and the laser basically cuts her to shit. And they like have all this suspenseful music and everything as they're bringing her into the LASIK machine. I'm like, yeah, no, that shit is just about that scary. Like, this is exactly what that experience is like. Like, this is pretty dead set. This is right on. Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Wild. So,
all right.
Head out to HBO Max. You can watch all the Final Destination movies.
You guys, this was a fucking show we just did. That was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't talked in weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, not like we talk all day, every day on the fucking messages. Oh.
Well, there was that one day where Facebook went down.
Oh, yeah. That feels like forever.
And we all hoped it wouldn't come back.
I started making backup message chains on Twitter.
Yeah. Twitter's not the way to go. I think we need to find some other B option for messages, but
MySpace?
Yeah.
I like MySpace.
TikTok.
No.
I built this a Discord.
Right. Yeah, there's fucking
Well, I mean,
Discord.
the Discord would be fine, I guess.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Three of these fucking guys don't use the Discord.
Only problem with Discord is they don't have a mobile app.
That's not true.
Of course they do.
I pop in on Discord once in a blue moon to say one thing and then leave.
They absolutely have a mobile app, Mahoney.
He drops it and he's like, talk about this for the next month.
Yeah.
I enjoy reading the Discord in notification form.
Enjoy this, Colonel. I'll see you in a month.
Pop-Tarts or raviolis. Bye.
Comes through at the top of my phone, and then every so often I'll click through on a notification to see a cool blanket or some bread that somebody baked. And I'm like, oh, nice. I love
Hell
this.
yeah.
Yeah, show us some more of the cool shit you're making. That's always fun to see. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. If you want to be part of that, check it out. Discord.PanelsOnPages.com. Check out some merch. All the links for all this stuff are at PanelsOnPages.com. Links to all that shit. It's there. We will be back next week with more show of some variety. Check out the Discord. We'll let you know what the hell that is before the time comes, probably.
Lee, if it makes you feel better, I don't use the Discord for my other podcast either.
I figured you probably didn't.
I would be pissed if you were like Mr. Discord.
Just fucking ball deep in the voice of wrestling Discord.
It's like when
that's a miserable place. I don't want to be there.
It's like when Tito talks about his whore other fantasy football league.
Yeah,
All of them.
I pop into my other, like, the channel for our podcast every now and then. I look at it to see if anyone's saying anything bad about me, and then I leave. I don't even post in that one.
Sounds real healthy.
Ask them to add me to that Discord, Kelly.
You can just join.
I'll talk bad about you.
You can
there.
just join
It's
whenever
open.
you want.
Well-
Mahoney, we're doing questions this week. You can ask questions.
I would
and we'll
love to
answer
come on
them
your
the
podcast
show.
and answer questions, Kelly. Let me know when to be there.
Sunday afternoon. I think you'll be too busy trick-or-treating.
Oh, fair.
Oh my god.
You guys doing that this
All
year?
right,
You
what-
trick or treating?
I think so.
I'll be hiding in my house.
Just throwing candy from children from the attic.
I'm not home, even though I will be home.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I have the prototypical trick-or-treat neighborhood, so
yeah,
it's a real shame when we can't.
Wear a mask, spray it all with Lysol, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
My kids can't eat half the candy anyways. So.
Yeah.
Basically, they're just gonna go for the experience and then come home, and we're gonna be like, here's a bucket full of candy that we buy you. Give us all that other shit.
All right. So yeah, we'll be back next week talking about Halloween and shit, most likely at some point, and God knows what else. Join us next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. For Jason Knize, Jose Guzman, Kelly Harris, and good buddy Mahoney. I'm glad we're back. Miss you guys. I am the Lord Reverend Rodriguez. We'll talk to you guys next week. Night. Good night. Love you. Bye-bye.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Fucking Google something.
Holy shit. You fucking Google ass bitch.
I didn't want to say it.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
You fucking Google ass bitch. That's it. Show's over. We're done.